recap of our last session. So last session was its own version of chaos, but it was a very tight version of chaos, though, as the party operated in two distinct separate cells. On one side, we had the two-man comedy group of Shadow Wizard Run a Gang, and they were talking to a NPC who is named Manau, and Manau is a alchemist of some sort.
He doesn't raise the dead.
He does not raise the dead. He's very insistent on that. But Manau had a particular issue. He had, let's call it misplaced, a thing that he had improved, and he let Callie and Show's Gang know about that, and that if they could, bring that back to them, he would give them a massive discount on any sort of purchases that they wanted to make, as far as alchemical stuff or live bait that he sells. Because Manau's services include both like alchemical items, medical surgeries, question mark, and also like he sells animals, either as pets or live bait, your choice. But either way, Manau had a particular animal that Callie was extremely interested in. So Callie talked her dad into going to find this missing doohickey that apparently like eats positive love emotions and bring it back to Manau so that she could get a new puppy. And that's what that half of the party did. They went to the building that's general house of worship that actually covers multiple other deities that are, of lesser strength within the empire. But there are still plenty of people though who are ardent worshippers of them. And in one of the alcoves, specifically the alcove that was dedicated to Shaylin, who is a goddess of like art and beauty and love kind of like stuff, this thing was just hiding out and like munching on people's emotions whenever they came by to like worship. There was a tiny bit of a scuffle, but thankfully the Shadow Wizard Money Gang happened to notice that there was a goddamn aura going on that this thing was putting out, and was able to get around its bullshittery so that you guys could get a net on it and begin the process of like trying to get it back to Manau, which is where we will be picking up with you guys. On the other side of things, the rest of the party started off their day at the Motel 5, and they were, I guess, accosted would be the proper term, by the local authorities. So the Dwarven Hell Knight, who is Cod of Clan Battlemere, Battlemire, not Battlemere, and the ranking like naval research officer, whose name is Rawl. He's essentially the mayor of Whitford. Came up to the party and was like, hey yo, shit was stolen from us and we want it back. And they suspected the party due to previous encounters with Callie and Shadow Wizard Money Gang, and the fact that Callie's got a big, like mechanized tank. And they had like evidence of small, probably female footprints and like tracks of a big mechanized, war machine. And you guys were basically suspects numero uno. So they showed up. However, the party was able to convince them that they didn't do the theft, that they actually had legitimately no fucking idea what they were talking about. But they were escorted over to Cotton Square, where the theft took place. They were shown the tracks that had been found that had led to the assumption that the party was behind things. But Rawl has dismissed Cod specifically so that Cod can gather up more MPs to also gather up the separate like other automatons that like work in town, because it looked like there is an automaton that is connected with this somehow. It was also pointed out that The transformer that lives in town, who's called Dalem, is a large mechanized creature who could potentially make the tracks that were there too. And Rawl told the party that, like, hey, if you guys can find out where my shit is, either bring it back to me or provide me with the information on getting it back, he would pay quite handsomely. And he showed the party that he has a project that's currently running that has something to do with like magic detection. And the rings specifically that were stolen from him are part of the control mechanism that keeps whatever is powering this thing on the inside from escaping and causing harm to the citizenry. And that's pretty much where we left off there.
Which June picked up was thing, not, like something like they could escape or something, right?
Well, the implication was whatever is contained within this thing would be mobile in some form or fashion. That was never explained on exactly how that would be the case, but whatever it is mobile and is just in general dangerous to people. But the reason that they have this thing is because it has extreme long-range magical detection, and specifically, according to Rawl, what this thing is for is to detect large magical attacks or assaults or something like that before, like it reaches here. So that they could, essentially mount some sort of like defense or something like that. That's what the implication was. He didn't really go into like further detail for all of that, but that's what he told you. And so where we are going to pick up here is as far as the party at the research building. You guys get escorted back out to the entrance. Rawl has to do his damn job and keep hold of things here and monitor the plasm to make sure that it doesn't breach containment. While you guys go take a look around and see if you can't find where his damn control rings are. So you guys are just outside of the building, which is where this marker on the map is. The other marker is where the other half of the party is, and you guys are actually over here. Oh, there. Okay. So the party is currently basically just like 2 blocks away from each other. So, you guys get walked out onto the street, specifically June and Laria and Jamal, who is not here, and Tim, who is also not here. So you guys have 2 NPC gunslingers walking around behind you. Thumbs up. It is notable that Jamal's nose is the one that picked up the scent for the automaton oil and all that sort of stuff in the couple of obvious tracks, which then merge with the road and therefore become not obvious anymore. So Jamal theoretically could track via scent, or at least try to. But as you guys are walking out of the building and onto well within sight range, down at the intersection way down the way, you could theoretically see Callie and Shadow Wizard Money Gang, and very specifically, the other mechanized war machine in town, just rolling through the intersection, unless that half of the party's trying to be sneaky about it.
I don't know. Are we being sneaky, Callie?
I mean, are the guards still looking for us?
Well, no, because we didn't.
Well, yeah. At this point, the guards are no longer looking for you because word has been sent out to all of the other guards to change tactics and pull up the automatons. So when you guys exit the house of worship, because you did pass automatons, not too far away, you see several MPs are are starting to gather up these automatons and are walking them back in the other direction. So it doesn't seem like they're actively looking for you. They found somebody else.
I guess then we don't need to be sneaky.
Maybe sneaky, but not uber
But
sneaky.
yeah, just inconspicuous, but not like we're trying to like run away from the police or the government or something like that.
Okay, so you're not trying. So you're not like high and trying to pretend that you're not high because it's a cop.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you talking about, drunk? I'm not officer.
All right. So then, I'm pretty sure. As a matter of fact, let me check real quick. Let me come over here to my notes and let's pull up the perception DCs for all of the characters. And yeah, like June and Tim both had high enough like perception DCs that they would spot Mr. Servos like plain and simple, like all the way down the street. So yeah, June, as you guys have like stepped out, Jamal is going to like busy himself getting like a nose of the scent from the tracks, so that he's got that in mind. But as you're like stepping out and you're essentially, free to go, about like, 150 odd feet away, it is actually measured out here on the map. You guys are like 75 meters, which really ain't all that much.
Yeah, it literally is 2 blocks away.
Yeah, like 2 blocks away, you see Mr. Servos casually rolling through an intersection. just casually.
They spent all day looking for us, and they only spot us after everything has already happened.
I'm gonna point them out to the party. I'm like, "Hey, we found our ride," and just like point out Mr. Servos.
Then is there any particular reason, Laria, let me ask you this. Laria, is there any particular reason why you wouldn't want to like get the party back together into a single group?
Well, since they're not looking for them, I guess now we can't.
Okay. June, is there any particular reason why you wouldn't want the party to get back together into a single group?
No.
Come on, we gotta get the band back together.
All right. Hurry, let's get them before they run off on their own again and cause some sort of explosion.
Okay.
Explosion.
I mean, they are piloting a giant mech with a cannon on its face.
I mean,
Don't worry about it.
I mean, that is true. Okay, so then I am going to say that you guys managed to get down the street and eventually catch up at the next intersection with Mr. Servos, Callie, and Shadow Wizard Money Gang, who I assume Shadow Wizard Money Gang is the one who's holding the bag. That's
I'm holding that bag tight.
That's like wiggling and struggling to like get out of there.
Hey guys,
Hello.
What's up?
you been having fun?
Oh yeah, a lot of fun actually.
Cool.
Stop.
So where you been?
You little bastard.
What the fuck is
Larry,
that?
Guys,
At the back.
Callie looks at this like, it looks like you guys had a long day.
Yeah, like June is like smiling, but it's like that angry smile that like is like just like holding back like a ton of like rage.
Larry just has an exhausted look on her face.
Tim has Tim look on his face.
So you get up to anything special last night?
No, actually no.
Okay, well, while you're all having fun.
Why?
catching-
What happened? What happened? Like,
Well, we got
what are you
arrested.
asking what I did last night?
Callie, I'm gonna ask you this once, because I want you to be honest with me, okay? Did you steal from any military buildings last night?
I did not actually. And if I did, I would not have gotten caught.
Well, apparently they saw you and I always get, how do you pronounce, it's Shamsel or
It's Seamus or Shamsel.
Seamus? Yeah, we always go by Shadows in my game, but it's like the actual name. Apparently, you and Seamus last night were spotted by some guards. You know, in the let's see, Con Square. Yeah, that's the military district, right?
Yes, that is correct.
And
Well, that would be. Callie shoots back. Well, that would be incorrect because we didn't go in a Cotton Square last night. We did get spotted. Well, we got spotted outside of Cotton Square, in a district where we were allowed to be.
Specifically down here at this intersection.
yeah. Okay. Well,
Also, why would I steal? I don't even know any magical doohickey thingy that would be worth stealing in this town. Otherwise, I would have probably stolen it. I have no knowledge of it. Or whatever magical doohickey thing that they're accusing me of stealing.
If I knew that it was there, I would have stolen it.
But
well. That much I can tell.
In the background,
is...
you just see Shamsel still struggling with the bag, with the monster, with the creature in it. Stop moving, you little bastard!
Speaking of which, make an athletics check for me.
oh no, no! I don't want it to. I don't want it to leave. I want to go recapture that bastard.
Athletics check, you said?
Yes, make an athletics check.
Oh, that should be good enough.
Oh yeah, that's good enough.
Mhm.
Like it is putting up a fight. It is putting up a fight.
Well, I can
Callie,
see
like,
that
sees-
that at least is true because I don't imagine the magical doohickey thing would be growling. What the hell is that? Is it bleeding?
Yeah, it's just like, what is
Oh,
that?
well, we met this alchemist guy, and he said he insisted that he does not bring back the dead, that he only improves the living, and then he showed me a really cute puppy that I could have it at a discount price. Go get his magical monstrosity that he let loose.
And the look
And I
on
was-
Callie's face, I could not say no. So anything her little heart desired. Hey, knock it off!
He like kicks the bag.
Yeah, there's like a hard
speaking
like
of which, we
clink,
probably-
like glass noise, and then like,
Callie like sees
Staining on the
Seamus,
bottom
like,
of the bag.
struggling, and she's like, well, speaking of which, we probably should return this to him before that thing escapes that bag, and we have to go recapture it again. And I'd rather not do that. That'd be a lot of work.
June just has like this like confounded look, like not sure if this is like weirder or if she would prefer if like Callie actually stole the rings at this point.
I mean, yeah, explaining that some disgraced alchemist offered a puppy to you at a discount price to go steal his magical monstrosity is probably like literally not what she was expecting.
And it's just like, I shouldn't
Yeah.
have surprised, but I am a little bit.
really shouldn't be.
Callie like looks at June and then asks like, "What did they even accuse me of
To
stealing
say
anyway?"
what? At least they didn't steal anything.
I mean, yeah, at least there is that.
Yeah, Callie looks at June and then asks like, "What did they accuse me of stealing anyway? This magical doohickey device? It sounds very, very valuable."
I kind of almost don't want to tell you because I think you actually would steal it. We
Maybe.
barely managed to convince them that we weren't the thieves. Not that your absence didn't help, because they found automaton tracks and large. You said it was like a mech, right? Like it wasn't like like treads. It was like more like like steps. Like
Yeah, it was quadruped. Yeah.
They found
Yeah,
They
we
found small
basically
footprints
have to
in-
prove that.
Sorry, go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
Arya.
Let me just say, we basically have to prove that you two didn't do it.
Prove it. I didn't do it though.
Try
I
telling
didn't-
them.
No, I'll do that later.
It sounds like she really wants her dog.
I want the dog.
I
I'll tell them I didn't do it after I get the dog.
In any
That's
case,
what Callie says.
we really can't let you out of our sights for now until the heat dies down. So let's just get your dog thing and just. She's just like glancing back and forth like between Callie and like the thumping like bleeding bag and just like looking really disturbed and like
Stop it.
let's get that
I
thing.
think we're all just picturing, like, is it an actual dog that we're picturing in our
Yeah, like
head?
yeah. As far as like June,
Picturing what it could
Yeah.
be. Yeah.
June's picturing like a normal dog. It's fucking
Okay.
too early for this shit.
Okay.
Like, I guess we're following them then.
Okay.
All right, to
So-
the dogs.
All right. So the party now gathered heads down to the nearest sea elevator, passing by the big gangplank runway and everything out to the fucking Zeppelin and everything. And you go down into the dock district, and you get walked around to the back alley, to Manal's back alley shop. To let you guys know, this is basically like a courtyard that's in between a bunch of other like buildings, so it's like a shared courtyard. But in this shared courtyard, where there is like a large like drain opening for runoff to like drain in and all that sort of stuff, similar to how it was set up in Harham. Off to the side, there is a building that looks like it is made out of various mismatched, warped, and straight up diseased pieces of wood. That has like a little like sign hanging on the front, that like indicates that it is a shop, and that there's like a picture of like a bone saw and like a picture of like a silhouette of like a cat, and then like a silhouette of like a bottle with like little wispy lines coming out of the top of the bottle, that sort of shit. But as you guys do get over there, I do need everyone to make a perception check.
Ooh, goody.
Wow, look at that 24.
Can I do one for Mr. Service as well?
Yes, you can.
Let me just yoink the character sheet over
Damn,
here.
he saw more than I did.
I ain't see shit.
I ain't see.
Yeah, well,
I
the
ain't
funny thing is
see
just
shit.
the DC is specifically 18.
Oh, well, so does he not see shit?
Well, no, that means Mr. Service did see it.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
meets
yeah.
and hits.
Okay,
meets
so-
a beat. Yeah.
So yeah, Swag, June, and Mr. Servos. Not that Mr. Servos would really like react to this, but June and Swag, as you guys get up, to the building and whatnot, and like Callie's like, elucidating on the like, yeah, we met this alchemist guy. He's got this like really cute puppy that I want. And all that sort of thing, and like, yeah, he's in here, and like points at the house and whatnot. The door opens by itself, like there's nobody behind it or anything like that. The door just opens, and then one of the various like pustules that is like growing out of the wood rotates and like blinks at you guys, and then like goes back to normal.
We're back, house.
So yeah, as the rest of the party enters into the place, it is the way that it was when Callie and Shadow Wizard Game were last here. The front part of this like big main room has a counter in the back. There's several like shelves that all are loaded down with various like bottles and beakers and other like alchemical supplies, reagents, tools, things which you guys would be familiar with because you've seen Callie work with a lot of this stuff before. There's also like a thing with a bunch of like pamphlets in it that list out various services, which include everything from like getting your hair cut to taking care of a root canal to either removing or reattaching limbs, that sort of stuff. There is one pamphlet down at the bottom which specifically says "Don't ask me about raising the dead" on it, but it has all of that stuff. And as you guys come into the building, out of the back through the beaded curtain steps Manau the alchemist, and Manau comes out and like leans forward onto the counter and like steeples his hands and looks at all of the people of the party, but he focuses specifically on Callie and Shadow Wizard Moneygang, and he's like, "Oh, you have returned. Do you have Manau some misplaced item?"
I throw the sack up onto the counter. I'm like, "Here you go."
Yeah. Let's see here. And like Manel opens up the bag and like peeks inside and then quickly slams it closed, and he's like, "Ah, yes, this is exactly it. You have found what Manau was looking for. So since you have found what Manau misplaced, and you have brought it to me, Manau is as good on the Manau's word as Manau is on the surgery table. So I promised you a steep discount. What is it Manau can provide for you then?"
Go ahead and ask him, Callie. I know how much you want him.
I want the dog.
Now,
Now.
I assume you mean the one that you were giving the little doe eyes to last time you were here?
Yes, that one in particular.
Okay. So, you know what? I will trade you that. I will give you this creature for this other creature. And he sort of like gestures at the bag, and he's like, "So, oh, I believe I should tell you, it does get a little bitey when it's hungry, so I might want to feed it first before I hand it over. But that task aside, and then like Manau kind of like takes in the rest of the party and is like, what the hell did the rest of you want?"
Hey, Jamal. Or, it's like,
What the dog doing?
yeah.
Hey, Jay.
I'm like,
AJ, yeah.
I'm like, just to let y'all know I'm at work, but I'm not gonna try. I can say something for like it's 20 minutes because I'm not clocking yet. But as soon as I clock in, I'm myself. But I
Yeah,
still
no. You're fine.
listening.
You're fine.
Yeah, you're
You
good.
don't need to force yourself.
Yeah. But otherwise, just so that you're aware, Jay, the party has managed to get all back together. They are currently all at Manau's place, and Callie is buying a pet, a puppy. Which actually, like, I'm suddenly bugged in that I remember saying on Discord about like what do the locals call that thing, and I can't remember off the top of my head what it is.
Say like water possum or something.
Yeah, like a water possum. Yeah. So Manau asks what everyone else wants, and then Manau turns and like says something in a language that I know that nobody in the party knows. Just like addressing somebody. Like would be in the workroom behind him. And then the party can hear like a loud animalistic like screech and like some like bone snapping and crunching and all that sort of stuff coming from behind Manal and out of sight as Manal looks at the rest of the party and it's just like so let's see here. We have a shuni. I have not seen a shuni in a while. We've got just a nice imperial girl, and is it a walking mushroom? Well, shit. Well, shit. It's a talking walking mushroom. But now is impressed. And also a what is the politically advantageous thing to call you these days? Automatons? Yes, automaton. Man, woman, thing, genderless. Don't know. But Manao is a skilled alchemist, a barber, really. So the Manao can provide many services. Manao can sell you alchemical items, cut your hair, take out the bad tooth, fix all of the little aches and the pains that may make your day not happy and bright. Manao is like the sun. Manao can make your day happy and bright with a bounce in your step and a little bit of a in your pocket, if you know what I mean. So other people who are here with the little girl and the Kanarasu, what do you want? Would you care for a jelly sandwich?
And don't everyone speak up at once.
I mean, he's not referring to me.
Or me,
No.
so he's talking to the other party.
Yeah.
Yeah, talking to the rest of the party.
He's talking to you.
So, Laria, the alchemist, would like to know if you want anything. Do you want to purchase anything from this alchemist?
I think the other half of the party is still determining whether or not this guy is not shady or not, or whether or not it's a good idea to buy anything.
Yeah, there is no check on whether or not this guy is shady or not. This guy is shady.
Yeah. June wants to get the hell out of here as fast as possible.
I'll just say I'm just here with them.
Yeah, I'm this one's babysitter. Points to Callie.
Jamal just points at
Manao sees. Okay, so since that is the case, little fish girl, you vouch for these weirdos?
Sometimes.
Is now one of those sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. House, and Manal does a quick little clap of his hands. Sniff test. And unless the party otherwise fights, a bunch of tendrils just extend out of every fucking surface in the building.
Oh hell no.
Stick out noses, just form up human noses on the end of these tendrils and start sniffing all over you.
Yeah, June is backing up.
Pointing out weapons and things.
I'm getting out of the store.
Yeah, June is like no, fuck this, I'm out. It's too much bullshit for me. But yeah, she is resisting, the sniffers, however you want to say
All
it.
right.
And they're probably going to detect the magic blade up her sleeve, I'm guessing.
This thing would need to actually make a check against June's deception DC.
Okay.
What is June's deception DC specifically?
Let's see. That would be 10 plus her modifier, right?
That is correct.
Then it'll be a 17.
17. All right. It doesn't actually find the hidden blade.
Whoa, let's go. Nice
Wow.
roll.
Okay.
Mhm.
It doesn't find the hidden blade, but it does anything else that's not specifically hidden.
Mhm.
It points out, like weapons and spell components and like alchemical reagents, all that sort of like stuff.
Yeah.
And then Manal puts a like open top like crate on the counter, and indicates that he would like you to, remiss all of your dangerous items before entering into the back of the shop.
Do I have to go?
Manal does not want to endanger himself.
I am not going in the back of the shop. I am leaving the shop.
Well, if you do not want to come to the back, then no, you do remove your items. Simply remove yourself out of the building.
Gladly.
Get the fuck out.
Jamal already know what the hell is happening, so his nose sense is going off what's in the back there, so he just follows Larry up. He's going like, I
The
know
other half of
where
the
that can
party
go.
leaves. Well, the other
Yeah.
half of the party leaves.
All right, so the other half of the party steps outside. Shadow Wizard Moneygang and Callie, I assume, remit their item and therefore go back to the
Yeah.
back of the
Yeah.
shop.
Yeah.
All right then. So, in the back of the shop, you see everything is rearranging itself like it did last time, and is like spitting out little, spitting out like little like pet carriers and cages and aquariums and stuff like that for various animals. And one of these things that it does spit out is the water possum that you saw before. It is currently munching its way through a relatively large fish. So it's covered in like front end is covered in like a bit of blood and like fish scales and whatnot as it's just like ripping the thing apart.
Covered in
But
blood.
Manao looks over into the enclosure and is like, yes. So now that it is well fed, it will be a little less bitey. I do suggest, little girl, that you do not put your fingers anywhere near its mouth parts. Just, to be on the safe side. Otherwise, let me dress this up for you. And then Manal like takes the bag with his creature into it, goes over to a like iron barred cage that has been spat out, dumps the heart jar thing into the cage, slams it closed, says something to it again in that other language, and then he walks over to the water possum, and while the water possum has got its like face buried in the big ass fish that it's eating, he just scoops it up from behind and like twists the sack top and just like hands it to you like, here you go. All yours. But say, you two, you are, especially now that I see that you have company who is well, less less down for the freaky, but you have friends. You are also, of course, you have the big construct thing that is parked out in front of Manau's shop. Manau is curious. Where did you come across such a construct? It is not like the other constructs that Manau has had some experience with.
You mean Callie like looks very like confused at him and is like, "You mean Mr. Servos, right?"
Yes, if that is what you call it. This Mr. Servos, it is big. It has the many legs, and it
Yeah.
makes the beep a boops.
You asked me where I found him.
We're, if you do
I,
not know,
I, I made him. That's what her like first response is.
you made him. Hmm.
Yes.
This is, hmm, this is interesting. Um, are you good at making other things besides large war machines?
And Callie like puffs up her chest like, yes, I'm pretty good at making a whole lot of things actually.
Hmm. Well, perhaps then we can have a new business arrangement. You see, Manau, for all of Manau's many talents and skills, Manau is not a mechanic. Manau, well, let's put it this way. One half of the reason Manau is no longer part of the naval forces here in Whitford is well, due to an explosion, because someone was not clear with Manau on exactly which chemicals go into which boiler, um, and perhaps there was a point where Manau could have stopped this explosion, but as I mentioned, Manau not good with machines. Manau not an engineer in that sort of way. So Manau did not know how the pipes work. Manau did not know how the valves work, and there was a buildup of pressure, and then there was an explosion, and people died, and Manau got in trouble. It's all very sad. But in that explosion, though, Manau lost several useful, not critical, but useful tools, which were um, very, um, you know, machine made with little tiny gears and gauges and things. They help Manau with Manau's alchemical pursuits. And while Manau is obviously very skilled, Manau can, eyeball it most of the time. Manau does like to have precise measurements when putting together a mixture, especially if that mixture happens to catch fire when in contact with air. But um, could you say perhaps craft for Manau some of these items? If Manau were to, provide you with schematics, plans, what do you call them? Formulas or blueprints for these tools.
Like Callie looks at him and is like, yeah, I could craft these items. We have the formulas for them.
Hmm. Well, uh, well, if Manau is being honest, and that rarely happens, but if Manau is being honest, Manau does not currently have the formulas, but Manau knows where Manau can get the formulas. Um, but do you have the formulas are only one part of the equation here. Do you have a forge or a workshop or something available that can handle these specific crafting?
Callie looks at him and is like, yes, we are actually, in fact, here in Whitford to get items and materials to build a workshop back at our camp.
Okay. Hmm. These things are not critical for Manau, so Manau does not need them immediately. But say perhaps Manau could maybe place an order with you for the crafting of these tools.
I don't see why not.
Excellent. Then Manau will do so. Now, however, we'll have to get a hold of those formulas, and that may take Manau. So, since Manau cannot place an order immediately, with what did you say your name was again?
Callie.
Yes. With you, Miss Kelly, since I cannot place an immediate order for it, where might I be able to contact you? You say something about a camp?
Yes, it's a camp. And then like Callie like describes whereabouts the camp is and the location.
Okay. So, if you are building a warehouse or not a warehouse, excuse me, a workhouse, a workshop in that area, Manao should be able to find you pretty easily. So when Manao has these formula in hand, and of course, you know, the funds to pay for such a thing, Manao would not ask you to do this on charity. Manao shall come to this camp of yours and place the order with you officially. Is this a doable thing for you?
This seems very doable.
Excellent.
Not at all difficult.
Then I believe, unless some other adorable little creature I can persuade you to take off of Manao's hands, then I believe our business is concluded.
I like how like Callie's like setting up like this black market like like deal like essentially. It's like a little tiny fish girl in like a scuba helmet.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's talking to not alive at all Dr. Facilier in the back of a transforming house.
Why
Mimic
you
house.
should come to her camp and
But yeah, so Manao puts out his hand to like shake with Callie on to finalize the deal, and otherwise Callie's interactions with Manao are now complete. Manao is like I said, is an alchemist who supplies multiple services except raising the dead. But if like at some point, essentially, Callie wants to try to like get Manao to work for her for the workshop, Manao would be available for that. So you now know somebody who's got connections that can help run a workshop. But while you're sealing the deal, outside of the building in the courtyard, I'm going to need to get a perception check from Laria and from June. Let's go ahead and do another one for Mr. Servos, and I will roll for Jamal.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Damn, Mr. Servos is on point today.
Yeah, he got a new update while it's been going on.
Well, he was in a warehouse being held in the
Damn, and the road a little low today, or the road. Yeah.
Hey.
Rolled low this time.
All right, so let me pull up my notes here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this thing's stealth. Okay, all right, so as you guys are outside waiting on Callie and on a gang to either come back out or something, to indicate that shit's going down on the inside of the building. While you guys are standing out here, you're in this courtyard, which there aren't any other people in the courtyard, to be clear. Like the town is still like operating around you and going on, but here in this courtyard, you're pretty much by yourselves. You can see in between these buildings, like out to the main streets, and you see people moving by, carts and buggies, all that sort of stuff. And as you're standing there, the light level in the courtyard slowly begins to like start ratcheting down a little bit as clouds are rolling in off of the the ocean. There's some wind picking up, so you got like some weather coming in, quite obviously. And as you know, like this is happening, and you're sort of looking up. The ones of you who have absolutely no idea how to communicate with Mr. Servos hear Mr. Servos go beep boop, you know, in the same sort of noise that you've heard him make in combat encounters before. And you see the the headpiece where the cannon is located at on Mr. Servos ratchet up and just like look upward above you.
Oh fuck. I guess I'll look up.
Up above, and I'm going to reveal this now. Map, because it is now suddenly important. But here on the map,
It's still the main map.
it is still this. Well, we're not changing this map, but I got to let you see some things that are here. So, up directly above, well, not quite directly above, but pretty friggin' directly above, by a difference of about like 1,300 feet, there is the gangplank for the Zeppelin. So let me just make sure that is popped up here onto the map where you guys can see it. And at the end of the gangplank, there is the actual Zeppelin. So, up above you guys, you see the Zeppelin. You can see, like in the up there, you can see a couple of people. And there's probably more than a couple, but you can see at least a couple of people near the edges of the plank, or the gangway, that are attaching extra lines in order to secure the Zeppelin as the weather is moving in and the wind is coming in, because that's obviously going to rock around the airship. So, but as you're like looking up at that and like thinking yourself like, what the hell has activated the robot senses? You can see under the gangplank, like hanging from below the gangplank, a big automaton or construct of some variety that is basically just like monkey swinging, like jungle gym bars, down the gangplank away from the Zeppelin towards the base where it connects to the cliff wall. But it is just a big ass automaton or construct or something like that. And the thing that is the fact that it looks like it's wearing overalls.
Overalls?
Is that fucking Donkey Kong?
Well, I mean, he's making some Donkey Kong ass moves. That's for damn certain. But yeah, it's just monkey bar swinging from the Zeppelin back over to the main like anchor point, where you see it like swing over, grab with its lower limbs, and then like pull itself in and up against the wall, where it then leaves your sight line.
What the was that? A big robot? You all saw that, didn't you? Oh, I'm sorry. What did you say, Jay?
Did Larry see it?
I looked up.
Hey, hey, Jay, we're getting a lot of like crackly background noise from your work. Can you I don't know, mute your mic on that end? Like, do you have the option?
I already muted.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. So, but yeah. So June quite clearly saw. Anybody else who looked up would have clearly have seen this thing like monkey swinging over to the cliff face, and then like settling up against it, and then like moving into a recess, so you can't see it. So it didn't go up onto the surface. It went on the bottom all the way to the wall and then into a recessed thing underneath the gangplank.
Was it wearing clothes? It looked like it was wearing clothes. It was.
Yeah. Yeah, that was weird.
Why am I imagining Mr. Zero was wearing pants?
Kind of weird.
How would Mr. Servos wear pants? meme of the dog. How would a dog wear pants? But yeah, it did appear to be wearing like gigantic, fit for it overalls.
That the airstrip. We need to let them know. No, should we let them know or should we go after it? It might escape.
Would that be like one of the suspects?
Well, they did mention a giant machine like tracks, and obviously we have Mr. Ceros over here, and I thought it might have been the one we met back on the road, but apparently there's a third one that may be the suspect that we're looking for.
Yeah, it might
What better
be.
place to hide than underneath that airstrip?
And it would be like you guys can easily see that where the gangplank connects to the cliff, like on the surface.
follower.
You guys can see that there is fencing. You would have walked past it like a couple of times, so you know that there are like guards up and all that sort of stuff. That's on the surface. There's none of that stuff on the bottom.
We need to get Callie out here. We need to get Callie and them out here. We need to act fast.
We should go get them.
All right. So, you guys turn around to walk over there, to walk back into the house to get Callie and Shadow Wizard Mungang. And as you are turning around, the door again just opens by itself, and you guys can clearly see on the inside Shadow Wizard Mungang and Callie, they're there at the counter re-equipping their stuff that they dropped off, and they have that same bag that they had before. It's not thrashing around nearly as wildly beforehand, but they still got it. So, long story short, within like a minute, everybody is back outside of Manao's place in the open, where you guys can all see the gangplank and all that sort of stuff. The automaton or whatever construct that it may happen to be up there has not reappeared in this entire time. The wind has gotten stronger, so the Zeppelin is kind of like rocking about, but it is otherwise like moored up there. So it is, to be clear, a little bit after like it's probably like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon at this point. So it's a bit after lunch. You got a storm coming in. You've got probably another like 4 or 5 hours worth of daylight to do anything. You've got your one lead of that thing over there, or alternately the other large construct that you know about, the Dalem, who has a claim, which is what he said, that he has a claim somewhere over in this section of town, or well, not really in town, but just outside of town. So he has a claim somewhere over here. Exactly where that is, that's unknown. You'd have to find that out. But he's got a claim somewhere over here. So those are your current 2 leads. You got that thing that you saw up there, and Dalem is somewhere over there. So my question is, as the party is now together, we've taken care of Manao. Which way is the party going to go?
I would say investigate what the hell's going on with the Zeppelin and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that one, yeah, because that seems like an immediate threat.
Mhm.
Whereas Dale was like, you could always go visit him.
Okay.
Seems like.
Yeah.
All right. So then, which way? How do you want to get up there? Do you want to take the elevator back up to the top and, just walk over there like regular ass people, or do you want to try something else?
I think. I think taking it the normal route might be the best because. Well, actually, could we even get down like to where the giant robot was, from the top?
The way that it is constructed,
Mhm.
you would have to like climb over the the guard railing, but like there are lots of handholds and footholds, so it's very climbable.
Mhm.
But obviously, of course, if you miss a climb, you have a almost 1,500-foot drop below you. So falling would basically mean death if you don't have some way of catching yourself.
Yeah. Then.
But it is otherwise, yeah, climbable. You could totally monkey your way around it. That in and of itself is not undoable. It's just obviously dangerous if you fuck up.
Mhm. Versus, how about Mr. Servos climbing up there?
Mr. Servos could probably go around, basically follow the same way that you guys are, but it would be more dangerous for him because he would have much less like grippy space.
Mhm.
Let me check here. I'm going to open up Mr. Servos's sheet because this would be a athletics check, and Mr. Servos does have a +6 athletics check. The DC to catch an edge, like should you fail, the DC is a 16.
Mhm.
So he's got like a 50-50 chance of like catching him.
I like
If
those
if he should fall, he's got a 50-50 chance of catching himself.
I'm probably gonna use my grapple claw to climb my way up since it is multi-versatile.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I just.
I think we're all in agreement to go to like where the Zeppelin thing is, right?
Yeah.
And either way, I
Yeah,
think
that looks like that's what we're gonna do.
either way, I think we'll have to take the
Yeah, I might
elevator up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right then. So then, what we're going to do is the party transitions. They take the elevator up to the top and head over towards the Zeppelin. The Zeppelin mooring, like a good like 50 or so feet before you actually even hit the gangway. There's basically bullards and like a little half wall, and there are guards who are posted there to like keep anybody who isn't supposed to be on the gangplank off of said gangplank. There is a gate which is currently closed, but they've got some there are 4 guards who are currently up here at the top, and one of those 4 guards, as you guys are approach, looks over in your direction, like steps around the bullards, and then like kind of holds up his hand and he's like, gangplank's closed, folks, due to the weather.
What's with the giant monkey?
What giant monkey?
Look,
This guard like blinks at you and then like, why is he laughing at that? Is this a joke? Am I being
look,
pranked?
this is really complicated to explain, but are you aware of the investigation in the storehouse that they're looking for a large automaton similar to this one, kind of pointing to Mr. Servos?
I don't know details, ma'am, but I'm aware of that. Yes. What is that going to do with anything?
Well,
Can I do a perception check to see if he's fucking lying?
Yeah, you can.
Damn.
yeah, I'll
Damn. Yeah.
I'll
Damn.
toss my hat in there too, just to, because I mean they were I would say like they were made aware like like they were looking for Callie, then now looking for automaton, so they should at least know, I guess. Let's see.
I don't know.
23.
How the fuck would you not see a giant fucking monkey swinging underneath it?
Well, to be fair, they're on top of it.
Dude.
It's like
Yeah,
You got that.
yeah. I mean, on one hand, yeah, like how do you miss the giant monkey? On the other hand, giant monkey physically on the other side of the road.
You're
that they're
telling me
walking on.
they can't feel the weight?
it is
That's
storming.
that's already
Yeah.
being swinging around because of the giant zeppelin attached to it.
You know what? Good point.
That is a good point. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Shadow Wizard Money Gang, Laria. This guy, as far as you guys can tell, he seems to be perfectly the up and up. June, he seems to be actually legitimately confused by the this this
Have you
conversation.
seen a giant monkey?
He does not say, he really does not know what the hell it seems to be. It seems to be the implication of giant monkey.
Yeah.
But you can tell that he's doing that professional, like you're not a part of the MP
Yeah,
force or
he's
anything like that,
just-
so
yeah.
he's holding back. But yeah, he does seem to be genuinely confused with what the hell are you talking about, a giant monkey?
We yeah, so just gonna say we were down by the docks, and when we looked up, we saw what looked like a giant automaton swinging below here like a giant monkey, as they put it. I need you, as fast as you can, to contact Raoul and tell him that we may have found our other giant mech that could have been at the warehouse. Can you do that for me?
Well, that will depend on if June can make an impression.
Mm-hmm. So let's see.
All right, so make an impression specifically.
What
Okay.
impression? I don't see that. I see.
Yeah, to make an impression, specifically using a diplomacy check versus this guy's will DC. So you'll need to make a diplomacy check.
And that's gonna be my hero point for the day. Okay, there we go.
There we go. That's significantly better.
And back down to 0.
Which is enough because the will DC for this guy is 17. All right, so June impresses upon this guy of like, hey, contact your boss because other large automaton that we're looking for is monkeying around here. Which like it does take him like a heartbeat for him to be like to put 2 and 2 together essentially, and then he's like, oh shit, you're serious. So he just mantles the little short wall, jogs over to the other guards. There is some quick discussion between the three, and 2 of the guards then run past you guys, and they run back over towards Cotton Square. So they are heading towards command. The other 2 guards, one of which is the one that you talked to, they move into the little guard house. You hear him like pull like a switch. There's a loud thunk, and the gate comes unlocked, and the other guard starts pulling open the gate. And so the 2 guards step back out, open up the gate. The guy that you've been talking to looks back over at you guys. He's like, okay, there's a large automaton here on or around the gangplank or the zeppelin or anything like that. That's dangerous to everyone around here, and also to like our jobs, because like this shit is important research equipment. And he says, if you're brave souls, help us find this thing. And then him and the other dude unsheath weapons and like walk out into the gangplank.
Is there a way down below?
Not like an official ladder or anything like that. You'd have to physically climb over the safety rail to monkey your way down there.
All right. And June kind of turned back to the rest of the party. Who has the ropes? Does anyone here have ropes?
I have the ropes.
I have got my my claw, my grapple claw.
Alrighty. So, first of all, let me make some checks for the guard. You know what? I'm going to call this a concealed object to give them the best chance that they've got. Oh boy. Okay. All right. So,
Oh no.
the guards, so that you're aware, they one of them whips out his like handy dandy heavy crossbow. Meanwhile, the other guy's got like a halberd that he's got prepared and ready to like, poke something at range. They walk out onto the gangplank, and they start looking over the edge, like bending over the safety rail and looking around to see if they, spot anything. And the guy with the crossbow, which is the guard that has not spoken to you guys yet, he bends extra far over so that he can like get like a good like angle look. And the guy that you guys have been talking to, the one with the halberd, he bends back up and stands straight and looks over at you guys and he says, "Where did you last see it?" And then as he says that, a big metal hand comes over the fucking safety railing, grabs the other dude by the head, and yanks him straight off of the gangplank.
Holy shit.
Oh.
And that man goes flying.
I'm back. What did I miss?
Big metal hand.
Have you ever played Sonic 3 and the final boss? It's Giant Fingers.
Yeah.
Big metal hand just grabbed guard dude by the head, yanked him off of the thing, and just yeeted him 1,000 feet to the ground.
Something tells me this automaton is actually a suspect. I'm just getting that hunch. This guy might be guilty.
There is a roar from below decks, and we're going to switch maps.
Oh, goody.
Oh no.
Okay.
I already got the boss theme playing.
How fast does he get thrown down?
No, I'm throwing out the boss theme on the stream. Don't worry.
He gets.
Was it one of the guards or just one of them?
Yeah, one of the guards.
One of the guards got you. The guard that you guys had not been talking to. So the one you have been talking to, he's still here. He was on the other side of the gangplank.
Damn.
So let me first of all move us over to the Zeppelin map.
Oh
damn.
All right. So, if you guys would move yourselves on to the map, I am going to populate our guards and our bad guy, or well, our one guard. Excuse me. All right, so there is our one guard. He's got a halberd on him. There is the dead guard who just got. And then there is this thing that swings itself up and over the.
Oh boy.
Up and over the side of the gangplank and lands right there. It is wearing fucking overall, and it belches steam and all of that sort of stuff. Let me get Mr. Servos up to size.
Just drag Callie off screen.
Okay, Mr. Servos is now up to size, and we're going to push Mr. Servos to the back so Callie can sit on top of Mr. Servos. Let's see here. We need.
I'm again asking if you guys want me to do Mr. Servo's token, or if you think that one like is serviceable.
Honestly, I would like to see a Mr. Servo's token. So let's see here. We got Laria, we got Shadow Wizard Money Gang, we got the Guard.
Oh yeah, Fuzzy, you never told me the stuff for the Clutch Claw as a weapon. Never sent it to me.
Oh,
I can add that like real quick.
okay, give me a second. Let me grab that real fast.
Most about my dog in the bag and the sack.
Yeah. The dog is still in the sack. I'm gonna say that between now and then you could have just put the dog safely into Mr. Servo's.
I'll put him safely. He's swimming around in Mr. Servo's.
Okay, so what was it? What was the name for the thing? The
Grapple Claw.
Grapple Claw. Grapple Claw. Oh, come on. Where is it? I mean, it's basically just a gas-powered grapple. I can freaking type. Grappling gun. Thank you.
Oh, it's a gun?
Okay, yeah, the grappling gun. Let's see here. Okay, so it is a pistol-like device that has a large reel with strong cord tied into it. It's a metal cord. You have a 100-foot metal cord that can fire a grappling hook up to 100 feet. After it's been fired, obviously, in order to reload it, manually crank in the whole thing, but which requires an entire minute for you to do that. But you do have a grappling gun that can fire a grappling hook up to 100 feet.
Oh, I thought it was the Grapple Claw where it's like an actual like thing I could use with two hands and kind of like swing it and shit. Like Simon Belmont, that shit.
I might be fucking stupid. That's entirely possible. I thought it was a grappling gun. Because I know that you have I know that you guys have the bolas, which are which is an item that you can throw and it grapples people that you throw it at.
Would this guy be a bit too big for that?
No, it can do large sized. Let's see here. Specifically, the bola. The bola has a 20-foot range. It counts as a sling as far as weapons are concerned. You make a ranged attack with it, and then you make a grapple with the thing. So it's like netting somebody with it. So those were the two, because I remember that you had the bola. They're just regular bolas that you fucking sling.
Yeah, I bought the grapple thingy from Dan from while we were still at camp like 2 sessions ago.
Oh, it was from Dan. Shit. I will have to find those. I will have to find the notes on that.
All right.
So, but yeah, I don't remember what it's called. I'll find it one way or the other. But
right.
but yeah, if I remember correctly, though, it is essentially just a thing that you can like slap tag somebody with, and
thank you for the posture check.
Like it nets them.
Actually, let me.
It's like combat slap bracelet.
It's a combat sticky hand.
Man, I really
so you can just like slap them, and then like it yoinks their like their wrists and ankles together or whatever. I'll figure out what that is. But yeah, you do have one. But grappling hooks, though, were things that were made by Callie. You guys at the fort, so people should have access to grappling hooks. Now it is going to because this may become immediately. Let me refresh us on what grab and edge does.
Yeah.
Okay, so grab and edge. This is a reaction. And when you either fall off or pass an edge or some other handhold, you can attempt to grab it as a reaction. You need to make a reflex save, which will be the same DC as the climb DC for this.
Would I need to make a reflex save if I were to say like tie myself off to Mr. Servos or something like that?
No.
So long
If
as
this
Mr.
is-
Servos isn't being pushed off with me as well.
Yeah, if Mr. Servos is still on there and Callie is tied to him, and then Callie gets yeeted, Callie only goes however far that rope is.
Mm-hmm.
If Mr. Servos gets yeeted off of that, I don't think Callie's going to be able to.
No.
Hold on.
Then again, I don't
Is-
think
is
either
Captain
of us
America
is gonna
that
be
shit?
fine at that point.
Yeah. The big automaton slams down, swings itself up after throwing the other guard. It swings over the edge and slams down and just sends vibrations through the whole thing. It, turns and regards the party and the remaining guard, like getting into like a fucking combat stance, essentially, and it starts hissing and venting like steam and all that sort of stuff, and off of its back comes another smaller automaton.
Oh, yeah, we found him, boys. Found him.
I was actually expecting another little fish girl.
That would be funny, wouldn't it?
It's not
like
a fish. It's not a fish girl. It is a smaller automaton who looks like it is dressed as like a service maid. It is a very similar model to Tim.
Yeah. No, I know.
We
We
found Tim's
did
ex-wife.
kind of like Jamal did sniffing out that the smaller tracks were also metallic or automaton.
Yeah, we're also automaton. Okay, so I'm going to bring up the turn order here.
Turn order.
And we're going to do initiative. So if you will click on your tokens and then click on initiative, we will begin populating the list.
All right, you already know what it is. Chrono Skimmer time.
I know what it is.
Roll D20, beat an 11.
Oh, hey, that's actually...
Yeah.
I beat an 11. That is
Let's go.
19 plus my modifier, so that is 26.
Nice.
All right. So let me go ahead and add on. You've got that 20. You've got that fat 26, and then let me add on both of the constructs.
It would be funny though if the automaton did look like Callie though, because then it's just like the anti-version of us or whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean, she is physically like the same size and general shape as Callie. She lacks the fishtail bit, but like this automaton is clearly shaped to be feminine in proportions and whatnot, and also is relatively smallish. So like a young woman, essentially. Okay, so the little automaton.
Baby.
The baby. Okay, she is just as fast as Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
Oh no.
Damn.
Big guy, however, not so much. The big guy, though, he's not a slouch. That's for damn certain. He got a let's see here. He got a 17, and then last but not least, we got to put our guard on there. Turn 4 guard. Ooh. He is also just as fast as Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
Oh wow.
Let's go.
Are we sure this guy isn't the protagonist?
Like this guy just saw like his buddy get like yeeted off of the gangplank. He is
I'm gonna defeat you with the power of friendship and these weirdos I found.
yeah. Okay. Shadow Uzumaki Gang is a player that is actually in the rules. Funny enough, if a player and a NPC roll initiative and they tie, the player goes first.
Pretty pog. All right.
All right. So, as we kick it into combat, Shadow Uzumaki Gang, by an absolute hair, you are ever so slightly faster than the robot and the professional guard. So, how would you like to start things off?
You know, I'm in the mood for shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Exploding Earth right here.
Oh.
All right. Exploding Earth right on this point here.
Where, yeah, where she is.
Okay. So, you'll populate Exploding Earth into the chat, please.
Oh my god.
All right.
Oh my God.
Okay, so you throw a grenade, and
Big fat shit ass.
and the projectile. So you just like toss it over the big guy, like right, and I'm like yoink. All right, so you do a spell attack against the target's AC. A 23 definitely hits the automaton.
Let's go.
That straight up hits both. Yeah, that does straight up hit both of these automaton. All right, so you do attack against target's AC. If you hit, you deal 4d6 bludgeoning damage plus 1d6 bludgeoning splash. On a crit, you double the initial damage, but not the splash damage. Okay, so the target specifically though is her.
Yes.
Okay, so she needs to make a fortitude save, basic fortitude save, DC 17, or fall prone. So she still takes the damage irregardless, but she does get that like 17 basic saving throw. So pretty sure she does not get knocked down, but I'll check. Ooh, yeah. She just made a 27 saving throw, so she does not get knocked down. Okay, but she does still take, however, though, the 13 points of damage, plus the additional 5 damage, and then the big guy also takes the 5 damage.
All right.
So 5 damage for him.
And that's
and
a
then
2.
she gets
Oh,
the-
I can't use it yet. Okay.
That's 13. Yeah, that's 2 actions for the spell. What else are you?
Fuck. Everything else is 2 actions. Well,
Yeah, most of your spells are.
fuck. You know what? I'm gonna have a spell on reaction, and it's gonna be Electric Arc.
Okay, what are you setting as your trigger?
If you're within my range, you get think fast, shit ass.
Okay then. All right. So then, the guard, who suddenly thinks he might be the main character, he is going to stay at the end of his reach, and poke the big guy with his.
I believe in him.
Yeah, we're gonna find out. Okay, he has this. I'm gonna roll publicly for our guard boy. All right, guard boy.
Are you the desk guard boy?
Let's do some damage. Are you dead ass, guard boy? All right, +7. That's gonna be a 9. That's gonna be a no. There is a loud clang as he pokes it, as he pokes the big thing, and it just like bounces off of the metal. He looks back at you guys. He's like, and then he's going to take he's going to then use his action to take a step back from the big guy, and he is going to take a defensive position. So, clank, clank. Then we get down here to the little robot. The little robot let's see here. Da-da-da-da. Let's see here. Can't use that ability right now, but can do that. Okay, so Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
Yeah.
You see the little robot rotate its head like a full 180 degrees to look back at you.
I just make a funny face at her with my little spectral orbs that should make a phase.
And she's like, "You stinky," and I'm gonna need you to make a will save. All right, that's good enough. Okay. You have to pay for that. But then, oh, good. And also, let's see. Oh, okay. That only happens if you critically succeed. Okay. All right. Okay. So, anyways, the little lady here, she is going to then use the rest of her actions to make some space. So,
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So we'll put her there.
Oh,
and
it's going to the
pardon
airship.
me, I am going to go down here to the map layer. I'm going to pick up the airship, and we're going to take it to excuse me. We're going to take the balloon part of it here away so you guys can see the. Oh, God damn it! Stop doing that. All right. So. Whoop.
Oh,
all right.
there
So
we go.
now you should be able to see the actual deck of the airship.
Nice.
So. The automaton character gets over here to the end of the deck. So she calls Shadow Wizard Money Gang stinky and then runs away.
Like actually,
Larry.
like is it? Actually?
Yeah, she's like, you stinky, and runs off. Laria.
Where is she at? She's like right here. Is it, like,
We're- yeah, she's right here. Like you can tell that she's there, but there is Metal Mountain Man in between.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you know that she is over there.
But I can't see her because of him in a way.
Well, I mean, if you were to say shoot at her, she has effective cover. But you know that she's over there, so she's not hidden from you. You just know that she's over there.
Alright, what is the weather?
It is getting dark. Just off of shore. You could see it from here. Just off of shore, rain is coming down.
Okay.
Pretty
So
heavily.
it's cloudy.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is cloudy. It is windy. Rain is coming in. It'll be here within literally the next 10 minutes.
That's like 100 rounds.
Yes, it is 100 rounds, but in about 10 minutes or so, rain will be on top of it. Right now, you're just getting buffeted by wind and stuff.
Alright, so but it's is there are we exposed to any light though?
Well, I mean, yeah, it is still daytime. Still have, you're still getting light. It's cloudy.
Alright, well I'm gonna try to blind the big guy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Fear the sun.
All
All right. What the hell does this do? All right. You cause a creature's vision to become particularly sensitive. The character must make a fort save. The creature is then temporarily immune for 1 minute. If it crit saves, it's unaffected. If it makes a successful save, it's still dazzled for a round. If it fails, it's dazzled for a minute. And if it crit fails, it gains light blindness for a minute. Okay. All right. Okay. then.
Something tells me it's not
Alright.
very bright.
Um,
Yeah, that's
all
why
right,
I
so
asked
it
if
needs,
it's
it
like
needs to
bright.
make it needs to make a fort save.
Mhm.
All right, so this big ass robot, it is good at fort saves. It's also got like an extreme long list of things that it's immune to. I'm gonna make a quick check to see if it's just straight up. This.
That'd be really funny. Just like a little window wiper comes down.
Okay, no, it is not immune to this. Okay, so it's got to make a fortitude save. I will again I'll make a public roll for this.
Okay.
So it is, let's see, roll 1d20 plus your modifier.
It's another 20.
Okay. Well, actually, as a quick question, what is Laria's spell DC?
Spell DC.
You click on spells, and it's on the left-hand side, honey.
15.
15. Okay.
Oof.
Okay.
All right. So that means it
God.
successfully saved. It didn't critical, but that means it is dazzled for the next round.
The only way it can fail is to do a nat 1. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And dazzled specifically means that if vision is its only all creatures and objects are considered concealed from it for the next round, and the only precise sense that this thing has is vision. So everything is at the moment concealed from it because it is like just got flashbanged. All right.
Fast travel.
Laria flashbangs that guy. That is 2 actions. That leaves you with a remaining action. Laria, what would you like to do with that last?
Am I good the last action?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright. I am going to take an action to, let's see, climb on top of Mr. Servo.
Okay. All right. You take an action
Wait
to
it
climb up
out.
onto Mr. Servo's. As you're climbing up on Mr. Servo's, Callie, what are you doing?
Alright, I'm gonna have Mr. Sherbus move here. Obviously,
Yeah.
everyone can decide, yeah. And then I'm gonna give him another action to raise shield.
Okay.
And then, I mean, I might thinking of using the bola, but I don't know. He's a big ass robot.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots, let's go.
Yeah, if I do that, would he be restrained for like 2 turns? Or like a turn if it's successful?
Yeah, if you hit him with the bola, then he will be grappled. Let's see here. You would use the check to attempt to grapple or attempt to restrain specifically. And you would make an athletics check against the target's fortitude DC, which is, I will go ahead and tell you, a 23.
23.
Yes.
This-
He is a big strong boy.
I mean, he's blinded, right?
Yeah, well, he is currently dazzled.
Oh.
Which means if he takes a swing at you or Mr. Servos, he has to make a flat check to see if he even connects before he even gets to roll an attack roll.
Oh, I'm gonna save it. I would just do the I want to do the cannon point blank. I'm gonna like blast this dude
Okay.
in the face with scatter gun.
Get wrecked,
Hit him with
Chittis.
that scatter. That is, I believe, gonna hit. Okay. Does Dazzle do anything for his AC? No, Dazzle doesn't do anything for his AC. So no, that doesn't actually hit.
Oh no.
Damn it!
He takes
Damn
the splash
it.
damage at least, though, right?
Oh yeah, he still takes the splash
Yeah.
damage. Yeah, that he still definitely gets. So let's see. He still takes the splash damage though.
Damn. You know what? Fuck it. I will throw Bola at him. I'll throw the last one I have at him.
All right,
Do an athletics check.
you'll need an athletics check, yes, please. Okay. All right then. No, well now it's his turn. So he's going to try to take a swing at Mr. Servos. So he has to make a flat check. So we're going to make that as just open roll first. So that's just a simple DC 5. She passes. So he now gets to take a swing at Mr. Servos. All right. So this guy has a. Let's see. His punch is also a plus 13. So, Servos, who currently has the shield, what is Mr. Servos' AC?
His AC?
Yes,
It's a 16.
16. Okay. All right. Versus that 16. That is going to connect. Now, with the shield up, you can cut off damage from the attack that he does by having the shield eat, from that damage. It can reduce it up to the shield hardness.
It's got a hardness of 5.
Okay, so you can take 5 off of this damage. All right, so his punching damage is, let's see, it is, again, we'll do a public roll here. So his damage, roll. That's 14 minus 5, that's 9 damage.
Service takes.
Crunch. There's a loud bang as it punches in. It again has to make another flat check to see if it can continue to do stuff. So here we go again. Roll that beautiful d20. Got higher than a 5. So now he's going to try to take Mr. Servos' shield away.
Oh,
He's
boy.
going to try to disarm Mr. Servos. Okay, so with a disarm, he is going to make an athletics check versus Mr. Servos's athletics DC, and we know that Mr. Servos has a 6, so that's 16. So he has to make his athletics versus that same 16. All right, athletics check. Mr. Servos does not lose a shield,
Yay! Hooray!
but he's yanking on it something fierce. All right, so as the robots are, as the girls are, June, what are you doing?
Well, I'm seeing that these robots are taking up this entire, gangplank. I really don't think there's much I can.
You can climb. That is a thing that you can do. There are various ropes, cables, chains, things like that are just like hanging off the side of here. So if you wanted to go around them, it would be a athletics check if you want to climb. If you wanted to like swing around using the various ropes and things that are there, it would be an athletics check. And the DC would be 84 is a DC 17.
I just climbed on top of him.
Yeah, I mean, be quite honest, I don't want to risk falling 1,500 feet to my death. So,
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to use an action to take out Ladyfingers and take a pot shot at the robot.
Okay. Big robot or small robot?
The big bot over here.
Big bot. Okay. The AC for big bot is a 21.
And that's a 15. Nope.
All right, so it's gonna be that's action to pull, action to fire. So last action.
Going to use it. I'm going to use my last action to reload, and while I'm doing so, tell our protagonist over here to get the heck back and try to get some more backup. And that's
Okay.
my turn.
All right. Shadow is winning game.
Yes.
The robots are fighting.
And you know what's funny?
Mhm.
They're in my zone.
They are.
I activate my reaction spell to the giant robot.
All right, then.
Giant monkey robot.
Hit the giant monkey robot with your zappy zap.
Electric arc.
Bzz.
Ah, damn it.
All right, he's gonna make a reflex saving throw, DC 17, which is for just whether or not he cuts this damage in hand or if not. Which he does not cut that damage in half because he fails that. All right.
Really? Okay.
So, yeah, Dex not really this thing's strong suit. But yeah, so he takes the zappy that eats up 2 actions from Shadow Wisdom and a gang. What do you want to do with your?
I did say that was my reaction, wasn't it?
Yes, but nothing actually changed to trigger.
Ah,
the-
I gotcha. Let's see. No, I'm gonna shoot a single magic missile.
Okay. Singular magic missile. It's another 5 damage.
Let's go.
Crunch, crunch. You guys are putting this guy to task already. Minus 5 off of his damage. There we go. Bing, boom. All right, we come to the guard. The guard is going to vacate the premise.
Yep.
Fuck this.
He's like, I will go get reinforcements.
Yep. And now we
so that's
have a
exactly
witness to
what he
our
freaking does.
now we have a witness to our overall monkey robot thing.
Okay, this one. She is going to use 2 of her actions to free up a mooring. So she unmoors part of the mooring that is holding the Zeppelin on.
Not dope.
She then uses her 3rd action to step onto the Zeppelin.
Oh no.
Laria.
Prepare for boarding.
From on
It
top
is a-
of
it is a-
Mr. Servos, you can clearly see over the big bot that the smaller one has just pulled off the chain, or not all of the chains, but pulled off some of the chains that is holding the Zeppelin to the dock, and is now on the Zeppelin. So you can clearly see that. You've got a clear line of fire on it to shoot or something like that.
So she's inside, or she just
She's on the deck.
there?
She is on the deck of the Zeppelin.
Alright. How far is she from me?
She is specifically 70 feet.
I mean, I could shoot her.
Mm-hmm. You do currently
I
have
think I
a clear
have
line.
enough reach to shoot her.
Yeah.
Well, I
definitely
just-
with your rifle. You definitely got reach
Yeah.
with the rifle.
I'll take an action to pull it out and then shoot her.
take an
Okay.
action to whip it out and shoot her.
Mm-hmm. All right, so action,
Eesh.
fire,
It's not gonna hit.
bang. Yeah,
Ah, that is
yeah,
really unfortunate.
and yeah, that is unfortunate. Just so that we're clear, as far as like her AC, same thing as the big bot. She's got a 21.
What?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Well, that Zeppelin's probably gonna be coming down soon.
All right, so Laria, action to pull, action to fire. What's your last action?
Reload.
Reload. Okay, so bam, bam, bam. Fish girl.
I'm gonna do expert.
Okay. All right.
Do a craft check, right?
Yes, you do.
Is that
All
it?
right, that's good enough.
All right, it's good.
Yep. That you successfully add the expert to the overdrive. So then when you use overdrive, additional damage.
So am I doing like +2 damage now, or?
Well, you do the additional +1 damage. So you would use Mr. Servos's overdrive ability, either to have him just blast at the big guy, or jump over him, whichever one you want him to do.
Jump over it. Yeah, I'm like out of the situation. That was a lot of damage.
And his turn is immediately after you.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna jump over him.
Okay.
Leapfrog.
Leapfrog.
All right. So, Callie, I assume Callie's like, hold on, Larry, and the like hits the like fucking
It's the
launch
big red button. Yeah, it's the big red button. That's usually.
The same
Okay,
one she used
so,
to jump on the roof.
Yeah, the one that she used, that one. I believe just Mr. Servos to leap his normal speed. I believe that's how that works. Yeah, let me look at Mr. Servos' sheet real quick. Explosive leap. Okay, so you jump up to 30 feet in any direction without touching the ground. You must land in a space that is solid, or you fall after using your next action. As normal for effects, free fall, blah, blah, blah. Okay. All right, so Mr. Servos then just points the explosion down. So roll me that 2d6 plus 1 for the explosion damage, and we'll move Mr. Servos.
2d6.
Yes, 2d6 plus 1.
Oh,
Hey, that's still
We've been hitting fives.
lucky number 5. Let's go.
Fives.
is that?
Okay, but he takes 6 fire damage, and then Mr. So here 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 puts you guys down over here. What is Mr. Servos?
What is his action?
Yes.
Here. Bad situation to be in. Gonna have him. I'm like trying to think what would be the best option here. I don't have anything to load into the bomb launcher, so well, I mean, we want to stop her from escaping.
Mhm.
what is the what gas is used to make these zeppelins float? By the way, I just want to make that known, so I don't, in case it's like, I don't know, helium or something.
You mean hydrogen?
I mean, yeah, hydrogen or
of-
something.
Yeah, the kind that explodes. That.
I mean, I wouldn't do. Would I mean, I don't want to blow it up. I just want to make sure that you don't blow it up. I guess.
I mean, that would be important. You probably wouldn't want to do when explosive fire jumps onto the balloon.
Unless can I only do that once per turn, like explicitly?
Yeah, you can do that once per turn. You do need to make the follow-up crafting to make sure that you can do it.
Oh, I can do it again.
Well, you make the crafting check to activate the expert, and then you have to make a crafting craft check DC 17 to make sure that it remains usable.
Oh, okay. So just do another craft check to go into expert overdrive again.
Well, no, you need to make the craft check to make sure that the Mr. function.
Oh, okay.
After you do the overdrive, you have to make sure that he continues to function. So there's a DC 17 craft check that you do for that.
Do I do it now?
Yes, please. Okay, that means next round, Mr. Servos can't use the explosive leap.
Can I reroll that?
If you want to.
0 point rerolling that. There we go.
Okay. All right then. Mr. Servos definitely can use the explosive leap.
Okay. I guess I'll have Mr. Servos do. I don't want to put this here. Man, I wish I had items to prepare. I would be shooting like bombs at that dude, but I don't got nothing. I got like 4 minor healing potions, and that's all I got. And that was only because I was afraid Minao was gonna fucking kill me or whatever.
Turns out, not Manao, the giant robot monkey.
I'll have Mr. Servos do shield block again. Doing well, that probably took 2 of Callie's turns.
To
go in overdrive and doing
to activate the overdrive, that is an action. Mr. Servos' action is the explosive leap.
Oh,
you would give
I'll give it.
bring up the shield. So he puts up the shield again, which leaves Callie with 1 final action.
I'm gonna fire my gun, and can I like aim for like a weak point on the big guy? I mean, would I potentially know weak points considering I know how to?
Well, he's still dazzled until his turn. He's not facing you. Callie is an expert.
Oh yeah, he's
in
dazzled.
mechanics. So you know what? Sure, I'm going to give you a +2 circumstance bonus to the attack roll.
Let's go.
It's not good enough.
Ping pang. Bounces off this heavy metal armor. And that's it for Callie. So now we go to actual Metal Man. Metal Man shakes off the dazzle. He grabs hold of the guardrail. That's the side of the gangway here. And he proceeds to crush the guardrail in his hand. Of it. He then rotates at the waist and throws the twisted piece of metal at Mr. Servos.
Oh.
Dude. Why me?
So, That's an action to grab, an action to rip, and an action to throw. So this is all that he's doing. Just make it the one throw.
He's doing the
So
Donkey
he makes the
Kong
one
variant.
throw.
Wow,
So he makes the
and
one
I gotta
throw.
shield you. This is awful.
And he hits a 15, which I don't think is enough to hit, Mr. Sir.
No, it's not.
Okay, then it goes wide. As he like turns around, and like tries to like just chunk that at you. Okay, so that's all of him.
Back to June.
June.
Well, I'm trying to think of what I really have to, deal with this thing, because I kind of feel like a little out of my weight class here with a giant mech.
I'm putting the X down for like where there is no guardrail. There is no guardrail right there.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to... go ahead and look at what was it? It's...
You can call me
Shamus.
Shamus,
Shamus.
Shamusel, or
Shamus.
Shamus.
Yeah. I was gonna look at Seamus and say, don't suppose you have any way to knock this thing off the ledge, can you?
I got an idea cooking up.
And, like, she...
And all you see is just a very devious face just slowly grow across him.
I
Don't
got
tell me
an
you're gonna
idea.
suplex them.
That would be fucking hilarious if you tried to do that.
Yeah, I guess...
Joke's on you. That's what I was planning on.
Oh
That's
my
what I was-
god.
That's what I was
I guess
gonna
just
do.
if you need help, I can try to help. And just, like, kind of looks down at Ladyfingers, this, like, really small, like, coat pistol, like, this giant mech, just like, fuck, like, can't really damage this thing with it.
Yeah, that's a
So,
bit different. Okay,
June is gonna just
so-
move here and hold action, and, like, assist, Seamus, whatever the heck they do,
Okay. Well then, Seamus, what the heck are you gonna do?
I'm gonna suplex him off the bridge.
Oh my god,
Okay.
I knew it.
All right. So, Seamus, when it comes to grappling large targets, it
Like, are you even
is.
capable of doing that?
Now let's see here. All right. So the so the target can't be more than one size category larger than you. This guy is only one size category larger than you, so he is
Can't-
just within the range for you to be able to do it.
Excellent.
Hey,
Oh,
yo,
my
yo,
fucking
yo,
god.
yo, yo.
Okay.
I
So,
came back to say, change. Do you have the drugs sitting on from no board? That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, I'm going back.
Later.
Later.
awesome.
Later.
Okay. So, Seamus, I am going to need you to get close to this guy. And then you're going to have to make an athletics check versus his fortitude DC. His fortitude DC, as I mentioned before, is a 23.
I believe in you.
Oh my god.
Alright, I'm
A
close.
new follower.
Athletics. I'm gonna use a hero point because
Hero point.
shenanigans.
Shenanigans. Let's do it. Shenanigans.
Athletics check. God damn it!
Oh man. Oh man.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Since I'm here, hold on. That was 2, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that was 2 actions.
I don't have another action that I can do. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, hold on. Wait, hold on a minute. What do I have my real quick?
Yeah. Take a look. Take a look.
Oh, I do have the combat grapnel. It's just I don't have it like actually like anything for it. Fuck. I got rope.
So yeah,
We might want to
Wait a
figure out.
minute.
We might want to figure out which one of them has.
Can I
has
use the
rings.
can I wrap the rope around one of his feet?
Yeah.
All right, what would that be under athletics again?
Yeah, that would be
Back,
yeah, that would be another athletics check.
You know, June, if you want to assist me, you're more than welcome. To.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, this would be where June needs to make an assist.
yeah. Then that would be
so-
the assist here.
All right, so June moves over to help rope up this guy's legs. So, since June is providing a assistance, who's got the better athletics check between the two of you? Because I
Let's see.
know that Shadow Wizard Munnegang has got a what?
A 3.
11?
My
Oh, no,
athletics
no,
is a
yeah.
+1.
3. Okay, so Shadow Wizard Munnegang is still the better of the two of you. So Shadow Wizard Munnegang, I'm going to need you to make a athletics check. I want you to make the check twice. We'll take the better of the two, and I'm also going to give you a +2 circumstance bonus because June's aiding you.
First one.
There we fucking go. There we
There
go.
we go.
All right.
There we go. Okay. As this thing is like, it turned to throw a twisted piece of metal at Mr. Servos. It is not paying attention to you guys because it doesn't think of you as a threat. So even when like Seamus is like tugging on it with his hands, like it just doesn't care. It doesn't budge, and it starts to rotate and turn its legs around so that it's pointed at Mr. Servos. So as it is shuffling back into position, you guys are like throwing the rope like back and forth around and like trying to wrap up and tangle up its legs. So you have managed to stop this guy from going anywhere. Not that he's actually moved yet. So he's not even aware of the fact that he is currently entangled. So he
Okay.
is entangled. The guard continues to run, and the little robot is now going to make a small move to yonder, and she uses another 2 actions to release more Moors, and the whole thing starts to really rock and
Well, good news is, big guy's not going anywhere.
Yeah, but he might not have the ring.
Why
Yeah.
would the monkey man have the rings?
Yeah, I would imagine the one that is like actively trying to escape is the
Trying
one
to
that
get
has
away.
the magical artifact in question. Possibly, may not be. Maybe they just wanna steal this. Maybe they just want to steal this flying boat. Could also be go for a joyride.
I want to steal this fine boat. It's gonna be a-
they may just want to steal this flying boat.
All right.
well, whatever it is on it. Let's talk.
All right. So, the boat is now rocking and swinging. Laria, the big robot behind you has completed its turn. I'm going to say that you can see that the other thrown ropes around its legs. So imagine that, like, that scene from Star Wars where they're like roping up the Imperial Walker. That's going on behind this. You can see that is happening. It hasn't reacted to being roped up yet. In front of you, the smaller robot is throwing. She's one action away, essentially, from completely freeing the Zeppelin from the dock. So when it's her turn again, she'll be able to do that unless somebody gets over there and stops her. So what is Laria going to do?
Say, am I able to like move Mr. Cerberus, or am I able to tell Kali to do it? Or, like, get
Well, I mean, you could tell Serp to do it, and Serp goes immediately after you. So you could also just wait for Callie and we just basically move your initiative down 1 point.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so then that's
I'll
what we're
just
gonna.
tell Kelly to do that. And she's wants to go.
All right
She's
then.
probably
So
gonna get away.
so Lariat delays for Callie.
Mhm.
All right, so then we immediately go to Callie. What is Callie doing?
Just stop that robot from trying to escape. Probably gonna go into expert overdrive again.
Mm-hmm.
What? I already did it, right?
For expert overdrive, you need to make the craft check again to activate it. It's a DC 15. Okay, that just means you don't. That just means you don't get the extra. You can still use overdrive. You can still do it. It's just it doesn't get that.
I won't. I'm gonna have Mr. Service move up and then move again.
Okay.
Another act.
All right. So Mr. Servos carries everybody forward. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 gets him right here to the end of the planks. And then you want him to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay. So then Mr. Servos is going to step out onto the deck of the airship. And Mr. Servos' additional weight causes the airship, which is now only barely tethered, to really rock and swing. And I'm going to need Mr. Servos to make an athletics check, as I will be making one for the robot. Or, excuse me, not athletics, acrobatics. Acrobatics check.
Hey, let's go.
Holy
Let's
shit.
go.
That's
Mr.
fine,
Servos, the MVP tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Servos is rocking. Let's make a public roll for the robot.
It'd be really funny if, and I can jinx it.
The DC, by the way, is
Okay.
okay. So yeah, the two robots are equally paired, maintaining their balance on this sky boat. Okay, so Mr. Servos uses action. Callie gives Mr. Servos an additional action to get on there. That leaves Callie with 2 remaining actions.
Oh, two.
Shoot that motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm gonna reload the cannon and then I'm gonna shoot her point blank.
All right, point blanket.
Point blank.
AC 21 for this.
Let's go.
Finally.
Bam. All right.
Finally.
Finally, indeed. All right, so that is going to be 4
Kerblam.
damage to the root. You see sparks and little plates like ping off of the shredding the the otherwise like human clothing that the robot is wearing. And as the like maid outfit that the robot is wearing kind of like falls to the ground, you can see that this robot had underneath that the robot has a fucking gun.
Oh.
That its arm is like reconfiguring itself into a gun. But yeah, so it's there and it's doing stuff. But that's Callie, reload, and fire. So now we do come to actual Laria. What's Laria gonna do? That robot is right there.
Shoot that motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot her since I reloaded. I'm
Okay.
gonna try. Oh,
Oh.
oh.
Oh no.
Okay, so
If you have a hero point, I'd say use it.
A hero point?
Yeah, the thing you used to reroll.
Yeah, I guess I'll do it. That leaves me with 1 hero point.
okay.
Hey, there,
There
we
we
go.
go.
Heck yeah.
So that does hit.
Yeah,
Sure,
so, yeah,
shit
yeah,
hits.
And
And for
It
sure.
sure as shit does hit.
since you said she has a gun, right?
She does, in fact, have a gun.
I'm gonna try to stop her from using it. By like doing this.
All right. All right, so you're going to animate one of the loose ropes. Let's see, you cause a length or section of rope or rope-like object, like, chains and other stuff like that. And you can give it 2 commands when you cast the spell, and 1 command each time that you sustain the spell. You can command it to bind, which is to attack somebody. You attempt a spell attack roll against the target's brief DC. If you succeed, the target takes a 10-foot or a negative 10-foot circumstance penalty to its speed. 20 if that's a crit. And this ends if the target escapes against your spell DC. Okay. So then, you go to command this thing to go. So I need you to make a spell attack roll versus the robot's reflex DC, which is going to be the exact same thing as its A.
And a spell attack roll, just like any normal spell.
Yeah, just any spell that has an attack roll. We'll roll that for shits and gigs.
Because I think heal only does it before, right? And harm does it before.
Well, yeah, but that's going to be like damage stuff. Here, let me open up
Okay.
sheet real quick. Okay, so let's go over here to spells. Okay, so your spell attack roll is a +7.
Okay.
So just roll a roll 1d20 plus 7.
20 plus 10.
Yep, you just type in
Yep.
/roll space 1d20 plus 7.
And then for the mystical magical 21.
What? Huh?
That's a
One
1d20.
d20.
Wrong.
Okay, here I'll roll it real quick.
Okay.
So 1d20. So that's
Man.
1d20 plus 7.
Mm.
Oh man.
That's shit. I'm gonna roll that again. Hold on.
Hey, let's go.
There we go.
Let's go.
There we go.
That one didn't count.
Yeah. By DM fiat, you apply a -20 speed penalty to the robot. The robot. That means the robot currently has a speed of only 5. All right, so
That's all my actions.
I
Yeah.
Believe you
believe.
have one more?
Well, no, the other action that you can do, you can technically tell the rope to do something else. I would suggest you tell it to like tie a knot around the robot so the robot don't go anywhere.
Yeah, I'll just don't tie a knot.
Okay. I'm going to say that the rope otherwise has like 20 feet of slack, so the robot can move around up to 20 feet. It's just right now it's only got a speed of 5. But now we come to the big robot. Okay, so the big robot, it is
It
not
cannot
happy.
move.
It not happy about this, as it doesn't know that it can't move, and it tries to. So I'm going to make a reflex save to see whether or not this thing falls flat on its fucking face. All right. Let's see. Here is your reflex save, and let's see here. It is going up against that 20. What was it? 25? Yeah, it was a 25.
Yeah, 25.
Yeah, it was a 25 with the bonus from June. So, with the 25 from June, it's got to make a DC 25 reflex save or fucking fall prone. So, again, let's do a just open roll. So we'll do an open roll of 1d20. Sure, I'm spelling that correct. 1d20, and then it's. Do I have the correct reflex save? Yes. All right, and then it's reflex.
Let's go.
Boop. That is an 18. That is not gonna, which means robot falls prone. So he gets the boot thing. He falls prone, and it looks down at the ropes that are tangled around its like feet, like twist so it can look over its shoulder back at you guys right there behind it, and then it says something in Utopia.
Damn, I wish Tim was here.
Yeah, beep. It says beep boop with malicious intent.
Actually, shit, where is Tim and Jamal? I guess the whole time they're...
They're helping the guard.
Mm,
That's what they're doing.
yeah, they went to go get the Romulan stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Okay. So he falls down. June.
Huh?
You have a fall robot right there in front of you.
Mm-hmm. What are the rules about like attack of opportunity and stuff again? It's not a
Attack of opportunity only happens if a creature has ability attack of opportunity.
Yeah. Let's see.
And I can tell you this guy does not have that.
See,
Oh, wait, no. Pardon me. I was looking at the wrong sheet. This guy does have it.
Well, I was trying to see if I could get to combo that thing, but honestly, June sees the boat or the skyship just rocketing and like barely, you know, the ballasts that are still there, or that's the right word, right? Ballast or the you know,
Yes.
Chains and ropes are still tight about it, like really straining to hold this thing on, and she is going to disengage from, you know, this creature, and she's going to go this way and
Okay.
probably get to, like, you know, solid ground if that, you know, if she can reach the distance.
Yeah. Which June definitely can. So June can get back to just in case the this shaky bridge gets completely yoinked off the off.
Which is a possibility, and
Yeah, that is a possibility. Okay, so all right, that still one round left on that one. Okay, so then we come around to the top. Shadow Wizard Running Gang. June's backed off for safety. This thing is struggling with the like ropes tied around its ankles. What are you gonna do?
Laughing Shadow.
oh,
Alrighty.
And that turns me invisiblest.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to head over with the rest of the crew.
1 second, guys.
Because it was
All
gives
right,
me plus
so-
5 input bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, boom. And Laughing Shadow doesn't use up any of my actions, does it?
Well, it's an innate spell. I'm pretty sure it uses up at least.
One.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it uses up at least one action. We'll say that it uses.
Alright. So that gives me, instead of 25, I get 30. Because...
Yeah, which means you could move up to 60 feet then.
Alright.
Which puts you right there at the edge of the boat.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. Turn invisible.
Alrighty.
Since he does have an attacking opportunity. Bing, bang,
Yeah.
boom.
All right. You bing and you bang and you boom. Okay. So it comes down to
Hello,
the small robot. So as you are, you know, poof out, you know, like freaking what's the X-Man that can do that? The guy that can bamf.
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler. Okay, so you bamf past that guy and reappear over there on the edge and like, what's up, bitch? And just in time to see the remainder of the outfit fall off. She is bristling with weapons.
Scandalous.
But
I'm
what
going
she
to
does is,
disassemble you, and I'm gonna make you an ultra weapon.
but what you see
I mean,
actually
I'm gonna
is
disassemble her
you
and make
see
her an ultra weapon.
you see the robot's like chest cavity open up, so you can like see the core on the inside, you know, like Tim's core. But it opens up. It opens up to where you can see the core, and there is a loud whirring noise, followed by a snapping noise, and then the area around the core just fills with pink sparkly mist that then explodes out of the robot between all of the scenes and bits and pieces of its
That
body
son of
work.
a bitch just self-destruct.
No, it did not. It did not self-destruct. It just put out a big fucking sparkly pink cloud that completely opaques everybody's vision.
Oh.
So it does this big poof thing around itself, which is an action for it to do that. Will only last, however, for a round because of the wind. So it's only there for a second, but it uses that opportunity to then pull the last of the mooring cables so that the bridge and the Zeppelin are no longer actually physically connected to it. And the Zeppelin immediately wildly bobs away from the end of the gangplank.
Oh shit.
Well,
Well, June's
So-
back to safety. I'm literally at the ass end of it by the door.
yeah.
Yep, that is very correct. But as that happens, we come over here to Callie and Mr. Servos. It has not gone. So let me go ahead and make that
What?
clear. The Zep not separated itself more than 10 feet. So if Callie wanted to, Callie could like have Mr. Servos grab, you know, like the dock, essentially to like try to keep the thing from floating away.
Yes, I'm gonna have him grab.
All right, then
Extendable
please,
pincer.
yeah, just have using his pincer. I'm going to say that you don't even have to make a check. He just grabs it and locks down. So he uses his action to do that. However, what is Callie's 3 actions?
Did I load the cannon? No. I'm going to. I'm gonna reload the cannon and I'm gonna shoot her in the core.
Okay, go for it.
See if I can do something.
Fuck!
Brr. She takes that. She still takes the splash damage though. Boom. All right, that leaves Callie with 1 action. Mm-hmm. That is correct.
Ew. Does Larry have anything on her? Or, like, anything
Like
of,
what?
I don't know, something I could, like, throw at her? So that I...
Well, let me check her inventory.
Yeah, does Larry got any bombs on her or anything?
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't expect
Bombs.
a bomb. I knew I should have bombed in front of him from Mr.
Vial of yellow musk pollen? What does that do?
Oh,
It is a grenade.
it is a grenade, but I don't know if it would it work on her?
Let me check. Actually, I can tell you it would not work on the big dude. It would. Actually, it would affect the little robot. Yes.
Um. Hold on, I'm getting here. Using my noggin. What is the red colorful coating do again? By the way.
The red, colorful coating. I believe it's the bounce pad, but let me make sure on it.
Oh. Oh.
Colorful coating red. Yeah, it makes it into a. It can. you can pull fucking Minecraft strats and like throw it at the ground as you're falling.
MLG.
Oh, MLG water bucket.
MLG water bucket. Damn, I got nothing. Yeah, no, I think probably throwing the yellow musk, but like Larry could do that himself. Next, that might fascinate the robot.
What role or like what check do I need to do that?
You would, well, since you're right next to her, you just throw it down at the ground at the feet, so that the check you to make. It's that you would have to make a saving throw.
So can I throw
Yes.
per se? Can I like? I was gonna say, can I throw the? I mean, it would probably take 2 actions actually. So I was gonna throw the color coating down, and then I was gonna throw like some just random spare parts I have down and like make it like fling like into the robot's face or whatever. But I don't know. No.
All right. So what are you doing?
I guess I'll just reload the cannon, I guess.
Okay. So reload cannon. We go to Laria. Laria throws down the vial of yellow musk pulp. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is Callie at activity?
All right. The vial of yellow musk. Let's see here. It is specifically a DC-16 will save. Okay. Will saves is the thing that this thing is the worst at.
Oh,
So,
that's good.
Yay.
Hopefully we-
so let's do a public roll here.
Mhm.
Okay, and your adjustment is that. So, poof. Okay. Pink and yellow mist is just swirling all the fuck over, all around here, and the she's otherwise unaffected. That's a single action from Laria action to pull it out, action to throw it down. That leaves Laria with a single action. So what's Laria going to do?
Reload and shoot. Oh god damn it.
Damn.
Twang. Okay. All right.
Damn, bro.
Man, we are like having just like high highs and low lows.
Big
I'm
guy
waiting.
spends all of his actions untangling himself and getting back.
Mhm.
So he gets to take that boot off, but he doesn't go anywhere. He just stands up. Okay, June.
Huh?
You are not currently inside of a pink cloud or being tossed around on a boat that is only being held on by the grip of a single robot. So that being the case, June, I'm going to ask you to make a perception check.
Oh no.
And because you are an Imperial, I am also going to give you a +2 circumstance bonus to this check.
All right.
No.
And no reroll for that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's not enough. Okay. So, even with the +2 circumstance, not enough. Alrighty. So,
Can I?
so, yeah. What are you doing?
I'm just looking like at this gangplank. How secure is this thing? Like, is it like like embedded into the rock? Is it like more or less like just like a?
It is embedded into the foundations of the cliff, so it is embedded in the rock.
Yeah,
It is made out of very stable material, but like when the big robot was like jumping around and stomping and all that sort of stuff, it was getting waggly, and with the Zeppelin getting yanked around by the wind and everything at the end, it's also getting pretty waggly. It is designed to eat this motion, so it is designed to, it's not a rigid, it is designed to like be able to like flex, but it's getting close to the amount of flex this thing is capable of.
Yeah.
June can clearly see where she is, no check, that there are cracks forming in the ground at its anchor points.
All right.
June can also clearly hear just like dozens upon dozens of signal whistles going off and the rapidly approaching mini boots.
Yeah. I'm just gonna yell at Seamus and everybody to get on the ship before the whole thing just collapses, and she is actually going to try and like kick one of the supports, like on the that's keeping this thing up,
Okay.
it's obviously kick when you do unarmed fist.
It's that
Yeah.
scene from.
Well, instead of an attack roll, if June would make a athletics check.
Oh yeah, I can do that. 25.
Let's go.
Okay.
There you go. Okay.
There we go.
June, you put your back into it. You really give this thing just a swift, solid kick, which sends a like a shock back up through your legs. It is quite solidly built into this thing. And were this any other day, you probably would have just like broken a foot. But instead, the mooring piece tilts with a like metallic like groaning thing as the force that you're applying to it plus the force that's going on over there, it getting whipped back and forth, and like support all of this stuff. It starts to come loose.
Yeah. And June is going to spend her last 2 actions to just get the hell out of there and disengage from combat essentially, and still keep an eye out, still keep be in view of everything, but if the big robot's gonna start coming at her, she's gonna book it to the sound of feet and whistles, but
All right. So then, switching to the next round, which starts off with Shadow is a Money Gang, and Johnny, if you would please let me know what is your first immediate action. This actually happens before you go, but I want to know what Shadow Wizard Money Gang's first immediate action would otherwise be.
I'm going to grab the robot.
Okay, so you're grabbing a hold of the little robot or Mr. Servos?
Little robot.
Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and grab a hold of your miniature. I'm just going to move onto the boat. So you basically just kick off of the pincer arm from Mr. Servos, cover that little leap to get onto there, just go to flying tackle the little robot.
RKO out of nowhere.
Yeah, so as you're doing this though, the big robot he begins to he's about to take his lumberous steps towards the Zeppelin. And it's a very good thing that you got off of the thing, and it's very good that June backed the fuck off, because a split second later this bridge ain't here no more. So yeah, this bridge it ain't here no more. It be gone. And
June's flying.
the robot. Yeah, the robot immediately starts to fall along with it. But as it does, though, it doesn't come loose as like it failed from stroke bits, because shimmering into the sky next to everything, decloaks this thing.
Oh,
What
the
the fuck?
Oh.
That guy's dead.
Is that a motherfucking dragon?
That is, in fact, yes, a motherfucking dragon. It is a green dragon. It is enormous, as you can, quite clearly see compared to the rest of you guys.
Yes.
It is enormous, but it decloaks with a next to the Zeppelin, with a piece of the bridge, the gangway, in one of its claws, which it just like drops as the illusion magic kept it hidden vanishes away. And does anybody speak Draconic?
I definitely don't.
Nope.
Nope.
I don't.
Okay. It says something in Draconic. And then, as its like next action, is it reaches up and it just inserts its claws inside the balloon and rips it down.
Oh no.
So it just deflates this side balloon, and starts to cause the entire Zeppelin to sway down. But the dragon, after doing these actions, it speaks in common quite loudly. So everybody on the boat, and June, who's right over there on the cliffside, can quite clearly hear this. As it says, "I believe that you have something that needs to be delivered, Tess."
Oh, you kind of cut out there a bit.
"I believe that you have something that needs to be delivered to me, Test." And then it lands on,
That was
on
good
the
that time.
thing, just like on top of y'all.
That's a huge bitch.
That's good.
It is a huge bitch. So yes, the Dracon is here. The Dracon is here on the ship, which is just making the thing list even more and more so wildly. But yeah, it lands, and I'm going to add it onto the turn order.
No fucking way!
Well, it was nice knowing you guys.
Oh god!
That's why I got off the. That's why I got off the bridge in the. Fucking...
Okay.
Here comes a new challenger!
So,
I didn't think we would fight a dragon.
all right. So, Shadow is your
Oh
money
my
gang.
god, bro!
You go for that. You go for that grab on the on the robot. Let me move this guy down here so we can see it. So you go for that move on the robot. The dragon lands like right on top of, like right on fucking top of you. And it is looming right there. So you have a large dragon, like an extremely large dragon, right there on top of you. You got the robot there in front of you. What are you gonna do?
I'm assuming I'm like laying on top of the robot, right?
Yeah, you're like laying on top of the robot. You danced up Mr. Service's arm, made that jump, tackled the robot, and now suddenly right directly above you is the biggest lizard you've ever fucking seen in your life.
Oh my god.
You know, I'm gonna try and see if I can reason with the automaton and be like, temporary truce.
Temporary truce.
The robot nods. The robot nods. And since it is the robot's turn, the robot about the dragon and says, "Come, I have what you demanded of me. Do you have my price?" And the dragon just gives like a casual sort of like, yes, of course, kind of like nod, and kind of like puts out its claw and like does the whole like, you know, give me kind of like motion with its claws. It's like, give me the stuff. And the robot kind of like twists a little bit in Shadow Wizard Mungang's grip. Opens up another like compartment on the like thigh of the creature, and she pulls out from there a couple of long curved pieces of metal, which then immediately unfold two hula hoop sized rings that are covered in various magical sigils and things like that.
Well, guess we found our rings.
I'm not fighting that dragon.
Which the dragon then immediately just like, you know, like scoops one of its claws like through the hula hoop rings because it can wear them like actual physical rings on its fingers. But it just scoops those up out of the air next to everybody. And it looks at Shadow Wizard Money Gang and it speaks in Conrasu.
What? Oh no.
And it says, want to get to the ground fast or slow?
Slow, please.
Then let go. At which point he grabs the robot from you. Like he just picks up the robot, says something to her in Draconic, and then throws her off.
Oh.
The just yeet.
Oh shit!
And she is hereby yeeted off of the damn map.
Well, goodbye, Robot Maid. It was nice knowing you, I guess.
Callie, let's go
actually,
find those robots and use them for parts.
Actually, you guys on the boat couldn't see, but June could see. The robot doesn't actually hit the ground. The robot falls like, you know, like a stone, obviously getting thrown off of the ship. But then there is a little quick wink of light, and the robot is gone before it hits the ground.
What?
That motherfucker just blink?
Just blinked out.
Oh no.
What is going on?
This is like discombobulating.
Bro, they're not gonna fucking believe us.
Oh,
They're not gonna believe any of this.
Well, we have one witness at least.
So, as we are probably not going to be in very much longer, Laria, there's a giant ass train right over there. It just yeeted the robot off of it. You don't know what happened to the robot, but it just yeeted that robot off after speaking in Conrasu, which you know that Callie and Shadow Wizard Gang know that language, but you don't. But yeah, it
Cal just asked Laria, what just happened?
Callie,
What did you say?
you're Laria.
I said Callie.
okay. So, Callie.
Yeah, I asked Callie like what happened? what did the dragon say?
And then Callie would tell her what he said, best of her ability, and then tell her that after he said that, he threw her off. And that she also kind of has no fucking clue what's going on.
Laria, do you want to do anything?
I don't think there's anything I can do.
All right.
Like,
Oh my god, this is like
Callie, is there anything that you want to do here in the last few seconds of combat?
I want to speak to the dragon, be like, "Ayo, what the fuck is going on?"
The dragon, the dragon speaks in whatever language you just to talk to it. It repeats back in the same language, and it says, "I required these little trinkets for a experiment of mine, and now I'm going to go back to my lair and perform the experiment. If you don't want to die, I suggest you figure out a way to fly this thing to safety very quickly."
Oh man, this like
radio,
went from
then, I guess.
this like went
Can
from
we
like
steal the Zeppelin?
0 to 100 to
steal the
100 to
Zeppelin?
1.
Okay, so
Random Zeppelin.
June, the rest of the guard, so, like, guard after guard after guard, like, you know,
So when
dudes
they
with
see
like
the
rifles
dragon.
and all that sort of stuff. They are all pulling up next to you, and they are all like coming to a halt of like, what in the shit? As they're like looking out into the open air, where the Zeppelin is like spinning as one of the balloons is still like deflating. So the Zeppelin is like spinning and bobbing in the like rough winds and all that sort of stuff. There's a fucking dragon on it. You can quite clearly see. Yeah, you can't quite hear what it is saying to the people on the Zeppelin, but you can see though that it is spreading its wings like it's about to take off. So, is there anything you want to do here in this little heartbeat?
Just like point to like kind of both hands like gesturing to like, you know, and just be like,
are you fucking seeing this?
yeah, essentially.
Yeah, all the guards are like, holy shit.
Gotta get out of the house.
Which
Because the ring isn't still in the ring.
okay, so as our last little thing here before we essentially go to the final cutscene with this, I need June to make make your go ahead and roll your scribe skill, your scribe roll.
Oh, I forgot to ask. I was gonna ask if I could do a check to see if I could figure out like what type of dragon it was.
We will handle that here in a
12.
Okay. You are not certain, but something that, you know, from your history of working as a scribe and like doing a lot of like, you know, documents and things like that for, you know, the Empire and citizenry and all sort of stuff, something triggers in your head of like the symbol of the Castabarian Empire is a green dragon, and green dragons are, even though it is a symbol of the Empire, they're not like held up as symbols of the Empire,
Yeah,
kind of like
they're
that.
Not, they're not really.
The reason it's on ancient hero, you know, like almost 2,000 years ago, defeated one in like single combat, and they took it as a personal symbol, and then that became the symbol, like the Imperial family. But there has not been a green dragon spotted anywhere with Imperial in Imperial lands in almost all of that 2,000 years since then. So this is the first green dragon that has been seen in Imperial, you know, airspace in almost 2,000 years.
Yeah, that is like, I'd imagine it's essentially be like, you know, like a fucking unicorn in the, even though it probably is unicorns here, like, so like a.
Yeah, it is very much that same sort of like, and as you're, you know, just like taking that all in, and obviously all of the other Imperial soldiers around you are having that same sort of like, oh shit, kind of like moment. Like it just really catches in June's sort of like peripheral vision and everything that like all of these soldiers are wearing badges that have that symbol on them. It's in the maker's mark on all of their weapons and all of that sort of stuff. Everything around you is plastered with iconography of dragons, and specifically green dragons. And now there's an actual live adult one just right the fuck over there. And as you're just like, bringing that in, the dragon casually just steps off of the Zeppelin, catches the wind, moves away from the Zeppelin just a little bit. It looks over at the guards and everybody else who's like there on the ledge.
With me.
It holds up the claw with the two like rings that it's wearing. Like it holds it up and like waggles its fingers, like, see what I've got, like neener. Like at you guys. It makes direct eye contact though with June for a moment, and then it also winks out as it like straight up teleports.
Why me? What did I do to deserve this? It's
Okay, then.
So so the big thing just winks out from the sky, and combat is officially over. However, most of the party is still kind of in danger. Zeppelin that is wildly bobbing in the air and is losing its inflatableness. So we're gonna need somebody to try to get this thing to safety.
I think Callie is the only capable one who can.
What check would that be?
Okay. What I'm gonna say there for the currently on the boat, I'm gonna need one of you to man the wheel. I'm going to need one of you to get the engine operable, and I'm going to need another one of you to get to the front of the boat to sight, so that the person who's driving it can actually park this thing.
All right. So what would driving be?
Well, I guess I'll have to be the sight since I have best vision, right?
That would
Yeah.
So okay, so
That
I'm
is
going to
true.
move Laria up here to the front. I'm going to put Shadow Wizard Money Gang over here by the wheel. We're going to put Callie over here by the engine, and Mr. Zero will dutifully follow. Okay, so to get the engine moving so that you have the ability to actually control this damn thing, I'm going to need Callie to make a craft check. The DC is 17. Okay. Engines go, power. Then for Laria, I'm going to need you to make a perception check to sight so that Shadow Wizard Money Gang can hopefully pilot this thing into the right area. That's also going to be a DC 17.
oh no.
Okay. All right. So that Laria misses it by 2, which means on your check. So for Shadow,
Can I use a hero point for it?
I mean, you can if you want to. Now would definitely be time.
Oh boy.
All right.
Okay then. So
Oh, shit.
negative 2 it is.
Crash landing, like,
All right. So Shadow Wizard Money Gang, following, Laria's instructions as you're like trying to move this massive vehicle. I am going to ask you, pretty please, to make a acrobatics check, and the DC that you're aiming for is a 17, because of the.
I'm gonna use my last hero point. God damn it! You said acrobatics. All right. Hopefully this works. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. So, you don't die. but to say that you park this thing in any sort of like graceful manner is a complete utter lie, as you barely understand what you are doing with this. The controls are actually pretty self-explanatory. You've been on enough boats, that, in the water to have a general sort of like gist of how this is supposed to work. And you pilot the thing and basically run aground on the at the top of the cliff. So I'm going to switch us back over here to the Whitford map.
I'm
So,
gonna use the restroom real quick. Actually, I probably should have done that earlier while you guys were doing this whole parking the boatmobile.
Parking the boatmobile.
Parking the boatmobile. Okay, so yeah, let me move us all back to the city map. Okay,
Oh my
here
god.
we go. So, you run the thing aground and nestle it in between a couple of buildings.
Oh,
like a glove.
Yeah, like a glove. You quote unquote thread the needle to shove the
You're
boat
good.
like.
You're
like-
good. You're good.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
I didn't even notice the GIF until after I said it.
It's all cloudy and shit. I can barely see.
Uh-huh. So, yeah, you just smash
I am not
this boat.
reliable for this one.
You smash this boat in there, but nobody dies. And for the most part, while the boat is severely damaged, and so are these buildings, it's salvageable. But as soon as the
Well,
boat comes to vaguely close to a complete stop, all of the guards are like swarming in your direction. And there are loads and loads of naval officers who are just shouting all kinds of like orders back and forth, are, getting unnecessary personnel out of the way. That sort of thing. And they are, people who know what they are doing are climbing up to get everything shut down so it doesn't like explode or catch on fire or anything like that. Because if the envelopes go, you can kiss most of this side of town gone.
Oh god.
So they managed to get control back over the Zeppelin. The party members, for sake of everything, are simply escorted off and away from the danger zone, while the Navy otherwise gets everything under control. And that takes a little while, but after a bit, and they don't let you guys wander. I want to be clear about that. They don't let you wander. But after a little bit, Lawbringer Cod, who is basically escorting Naval Officer Rawl over to the rest of where the rest of the party is. He comes over to where you guys are at, like looks at you for like a couple of seconds, and then he's like, "Do you have an explanation what the fuck happened?"
I kind of get off the wheel, kind of stumble. I said, "Fucking dragon is what happened."
Where the hell did a dragon come from?
That's what I'm asking.
Callie buds in, is like, what the fuck does a dragon want with your ring?
The fuck would I know? I've never even seen one that big. I have. Was it? I know this is probably sounds like stupid minutia to you, but was the flash of light like a colorless white sort of like flash? Was there a sound that accompanied it? Well, he asked the question, but as far as June perceived, there was no sound, and it was a like colorless, like whitish, like flash of light. Teleportation magic. Same. Yes. So I have a destroyed automaton underneath a destroyed gangway plank which is probably crushing a couple of buildings down in the dock area. I've already sent a squad down to do an initial survey. I'll know what I'll know what I'm looking at there at least in a few minutes. Forgive me. I am. Look, when I got up this morning, I had a bowl of cereal and a nice strong cup of coffee. I was ready to go. Then I found out about the theft, and then Lawbringer Cod here brought you to my attention as new people who were in town. I hoped that this was going to be a open and shut thing, that it was just simply some sort of petty theft that was brought on by the materials involved, not the actual function of those rings. You, miss, managed to point out several flaws in my logic because I was simply too focused on moving forward for that. And then I let you go to hopefully find things, which I guess to your credit, you did. So in a way, I am technically succeeded at the mission. But to have a unregistered automaton of that size sneaking through my base, and then to have another automaton that is capable of this sort of theft and potentially also teleportation magic is troubling. Without those control rings, I cannot get the detector to follow where that teleportation went. I just simply do not have the ability to refine it until those things can be replaced. And that will take weeks to even get the materials before I can even start. But right now, the next thing I have to do before I can move on anything else is I've got to get in there and I've got to get that plasmid completely shut down, or else that's going to get loose, and then we may not have a town. So, as the ranking officer at base on site, and he pauses and then he looks at Lawbringer Cod for a second, and then he looks back at you. He says, I am not going to hold you responsible for any of the damages or any of the other stuff here. It is not your fault. As a matter of fact, it probably could have been much worse if you were not in the positions that you were. I thank you for what you have done here today. You've put yourselves into dangerous situations which none of you could have foreseen or prepared. I did say that I would reward you handsomely if you found out information about my rings. I suppose that you did, so I will make good on that offer. I will make sure that you are given compensation. I will also make sure that Lawbringer Cod here understands that you are otherwise free to go. That we are not going to expend the forces to put any sort of watchful eye on you. I've got too much shit that I'm going to have to deal with here in the very immediate future to put anyone on anything frivolous like keeping track of these people. Do you understand me, Lawbringer? And Cod kind of tilts his head slightly. There's a little bit of rattle of chains and whatnot. And then he makes a very curt nod, and he says, yes, in in common, which he follows up with something in Dwarven, which like gets some glare from Rawl. And Rawl turns back to you guys and he says, "All right, look, I don't know anything about anything that just fucking happened here in my town. It is not a situation that I approve of or that I have to face on a normally given day. If you want to stick around for a little while, feel free, but this place is going to be a buzz of traffic, and I am going to, as soon as the danger of the plasmid is taken care of, I am going to have this entire place put on lockdown. So if you don't want to be caught up in that, you might want to make yourselves scarce. Before you go, here, let me give you this." And he reaches into his pocket. He takes out like a little small, basically like a wallet book, checkbook essentially, and he cuts you a imperial writ for 1,000 gold.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And he
The
just
lab is happening, boys.
and he just passes that to June of like, here, this is good for 1,000 gold. Take it to any imperial city, probably Harham or whatever, and they will cash it out for you, and then just do whatever you got to do. But he's got to take care of this, and he has 0 seconds to spend on anything else. So he turns and starts to walk away, and then pauses. Lawbringer Cod, who hasn't taken his eyes off of you or moved, and snaps at him in Dwarven. At which point, Lawbringer Cod then slowly turns and starts to follow him away, but shoots a look back over his shoulder at you guys as he walks off. So Rawl and Lawbringer Cod, they go to deal with the fucking chaos that Whitford is now in. There is a buzz of people wreck of the Zeppelin, trying to make sure that doesn't get any worse as it begins to rain.
Oh my god. It wasn't my fault this time. Just want to make that clear.
I mean, that is true. It was not Kelly's this time.
Yeah.
So
No,
that being said and everything, from here, the party basically has dawn of the next day, at which point Whitford will go into its lockdown phase, which means that none of its shops or anything like that will be available, because it's going to go into lockdown as they do a deep scrub into the where the fuck do those automatons come from, what's the extent of the actual damages, all that sort of stuff. So if the party wants to make any sort of like last minute purchases before you get the fuck out of Dodge, you'll need to do it now.
I want to buy supplies for the workshop.
Okay.
I was gonna ask Rawl if the man could do that, so we could get out of here faster. But he's busy, so I guess we'll just go.
He's busy, so you're buy the stuff that you need for a workshop.
Yes.
I'll be clear with you. This takes up most of that Imperial rate. Because you're going to need a lot of supplies, renting wagons to move all of this stuff, which they will do. Like they'll give you wagons to move all this
How
stuff.
much would be left
down?
How much would be left over of it?
It's straight up going to cut it in half.
Oh, that's fine then. I would think. That's still like
But
roughly
that will buy
80
you all
gold for the rest of the party.
All of the raw supplies for you to get started on a workshop back at camp.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And then like the rest could be like split up with the rest of the party. Each get like 100 gold. I think that's fair.
Yeah, that would be fair. That gives everybody 100 gold to other.
Well, except me, because
Uh,
I'm splitting it in half to get a workshop.
All right. So,
Well, workshop
I
would
mean,
be.
that would be the other way. Split it up that way, and then Callie buys some of what some of what Callie needs for workshop.
I mean, I know. I mean, yeah, that's also. I mean, though, if I get a full workshop, though, that would mean you guys have access to anything I could craft with it. So it would be very beneficial um, investment for everyone involved. So you guys would.
I mean, that is true.
You get the items anyway. Really charge you guys much for the items that we craft for you anyway.
Let's see here. So we've got June, Jamal, Laria, Callie, Shadow Wizard Running Gang, and then technically Tim. For simplicity, though, I'm just not going to count Tim. So if we divvy it up that way, then everybody would get 200 gold. It will cost, like I said, it will cost Callie 500 gold to buy all of the raw supplies and get it moved to the location to where the thing can actually be built. So 200, obviously, of course, puts Callie like close to halfway there. If other people want to give to that, so that Callie is basically spending her portion,
I'll give her an extra 200 or an extra 100.
Okay, so that puts Callie at 300. Does anybody else want to contribute to the workshop?
The Cali fund.
Well, yeah, and this is a very
fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's
very fine. So Callie's got
some of the supplies. Yeah.
So Callie though has 300 gold with the donation from Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Does anyone else want to pony up some money towards the workshop goal? Because obviously, if you don't get it all now, then the rest of the money so that you can get moving on the workshop later. But so it's still a thing. Okay, so 50 gold.
50.
Okay, so that puts Callie at 400 or 350. Yeah, 350.
50.
Laria, do you want to chip in? Give her 100. All right, so that puts that's 450. That's 450.
You give me 40 gold because I already have 80. Yeah, I have 18 gold. Jamal could give. What did he say?
Oh shit! What the fuck? I didn't know he was here.
He's been here.
What did he say?
Jamal jump scare.
So he was keeping his half, or I don't remember what he.
Jay, if you can hear us,
I said 50.
50.
50.
All right,
Okay.
and that's the yeah. There you go.
All right then. So, with these various donations from the party, Callie has the 500 necessary to get all of that stuff in, and I'm going to say that since we're here at 9:30 p.m., and this has been a just a rock'em sock'em
Yeah.
series of events. That Callie gets together the money from the rest of the party, runs by all of the different locations that she would need to here in Whitford to set up the orders that that she needs in order to like get that done. So the orders are placed. Callie spends that 500 gold on getting all of that stuff done, and that will be moved out to the camp. It will take obviously a day for it to actually like make that physical travel, and then building the workshop will then take some time. But otherwise, the party is now done here in the city of Whitford and can return back to camp to rest, recuperate, figure out what the fuck just happened, and what is the next thing that the party is going to try to accomplish after this.
I want to do some stuff with my dog.
What the
It's
dog
time
doing?
to. It's time to. Do
I just had a thought. While this whole fight was going on, my dog has been in Mr. Servo this entire time.
Your water possum has been inside Mr.
He's been.
I assume that like since the cockpit of Mr. Servo's is mostly filled with water anyways, it's just been free floating inside it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I was thinking it was like it'd be funny if it like found like a ledge above the water, it's just like there, and then like the action started. It's just like the whole Mr. Servo's rattling the thing fell off into the water.
So
Like
yeah,
it's mid nap or whatever.
It's probably just like splashing around there in the like Callie begins the bonding process. Of like getting to know her new pet. Okay, so I'm going to say that otherwise, officially, the game session for tonight is officially done. The cool thing is that with this final chaos battle that like I knew was coming on, because I was just really waiting to pull out the dragon, so bad. I've been chomping at the bit. He's pulling straight out. He's pulling straight out. I've been chomping at the bit to get him out on the thing and have him say hi to you guys.
Hi and
but he that dragon will be back. Trust me, he will be back. But with all that, you guys gain 600 XP, which puts everybody up to the amount that you need to go up to 4th.
rank who up.
You rank up. And I will make sure that like everybody knows.
I am expert at crafting now.
All right. That way, danger will occasion. Everybody's up to level 4. Okay. Cool. Thank you again, everyone, for showing up, putting up with my bullshit. And you guys did actually like really great in this comment. The big robot, he was a 4. He was a level 4 thing. The little robot was a 3. Still, like still deadly, but like not quite that deadly. And much more built on like stealth and stuff like that. But either way, those two just getting really ready to like chomp at the bit and everything. And I knew that I was going to have what I was going to do is I was going to have them take care of the under moors first, where nobody could see them, which is why he was like bottom side of the thing. And he had a DC 21 for his like stealth check, and having Mr. Servos of all things being the one that was like beep boop. Yeah, that was fucking hilarious. But yeah, So the dragon has appeared. The dragon is doing things. It said hi to the party, and it'll come back and say hi again. But yeah, the dragon shown up. Hopefully, pretty soon you'll learn what its name is. And I'm really honestly I'm to this next section. So this mini arc of like getting the stuff for the workshop, pulling in Manao as an ally who can help you run said workshop. This will be fun. So next time we play, we'll pick up in camp where you guys can deal with stuff that's developing over there, and we'll figure out where the party is going next. Oh no! I mean that's very realistic for June to be like, hold up, I'm the one holding the paycheck here.
Don't worry, we got there eventually.
Yeah. So I mean that's all well and good. So that's all been taken care of. We're all done. We're done for the evening. So everybody, as I keep saying, thank you for showing up and putting up with my BS. I love running this game, and I am really looking forward to this next section. So everybody have a pleasant evening and a good night. I'm gonna go get me something to drink and take a piss. Yeah, like I could go for some dinner. But either way, I will talk to you guys later on. Y'all have a pleasant evening.
Take it easy.
Alrighty, and if you're watching on stream, good night. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
like day 5,000 of a fucking donathon. Nami goes hard all the time. Wow, June. Hello, hello.